Hey, from headquarters, hope you're ready to join us in this endeavor. My name is Drew Olson. A crowded studio today. We thought KB was going to take the day, and he showed up.
Well, I mean, we're sitting here yesterday, and I'm having such a blast doing this show now.
You had FOMO. Couldn't even miss it.
I did, and then all of a sudden we're talking about, Kappa Kate's coming up, and Dobie's coming in, and then Pawlak. I'm like, I want to be a part of this show.
Glad you are.
So, of course, Dobie, Dobie is in.
You guys, I can't stay long. I got a poker game with Chauncey Billups in about 2 hours.
How about that?
So,
yes. Talk about the marks, man. Baby, they were luring some guys in.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the tangled web the NBA weaves and sports leagues weave when they get in bed with gambling.
Follow the money.
Follow the money. Hunter Baumgart is here with us, helping us monitor the NicoletLaw.com talk and text line 877-794-1973. The repercussions of the gambling expose, the story, still shockwaves reverberating through the sports world, and everybody's just thinking about how bad this could go. Is this just an ice cube or it is an iceberg?
Ooh.
We don't know at this point. Just don't know. We'll have to follow it. But you're right, though. We follow the money.
That's what everybody's talking about yesterday.
I don't usually, but I did flip on the 4-letter network, the worldwide leader from Bristol, Connecticut.
I thought we were the worldwide leader.
Depends on the world.
We're the statewide leader.
In our world.
In our world, yes. But there they were discussing it. And at the bottom of the line was the bottom line
was crawl with the bet
with point spreads and urging people to bet ESPN.
Yeah,
it's like,
is that not the? That's
hypocrite.
It was it was walking conflict of interest. But Dobie is on his way to a gig tonight, which is always good. You just got back from Vegas. How were things?
Las Vegas went absolutely great out there, and it's so funny because you get to the a certain vintage. It was a 55 and over center, 300-seat place. The people all lived in the complex. They came out. I was there about 2 years ago, and they remembered it, sold it out, came back, and you know what the first thing they said was, "You don't swear in your act. You were clean and funny." It's like I felt like I got the approval of the Golden Girls.
There you go.
But it was fun. Vegas is always fun.
Always fun. I mean, you've spent time and you lived in Nevada. So
yeah, I did.
You're steeped in it.
The cheap buffet is gone, though, boys.
Oh, dear God, is it ever?
And was it crowded? Was it hopping? Like, I know you got your daily walks in. Did you walk the strip? Did you just walk around parks and stuff?
The people I stayed with were kind of out in the boonies a little bit, but I did get downtown. It was packed, as it always is. Traffic was nasty, as it always is.
So it was packed. Okay, because we've been getting a lot of reports about business being down.
Yeah, I heard it too.
And that people are going away. And it's no small, circumstance that you can the vices that you went to Vegas for are legal in a lot of places now. The weed and the gambling.
Yep.
And you don't have to travel there.
Exactly.
And they got to come up with new vices.
The local casinos do such a good job, and the sports book and the daily fantasy, and that's part of the slippery slope that the NBA is experiencing with this current scandal, is that it's just so easy. And younger people,
you need one guy to go asunder.
I know. Are we creating, though? I mean, KB, you hang around those college kids when you teach classes, and we can talk to Kappa Kate about this, whether guys talk about point spreads and whether they watch games intently, because when we were growing up, oh boy, here we go. The old Cracker Barrel stories, right? When we were growing up, gather around kids, we just watch sports because we like sports, not because I could tease up a parlay and make it more fun to watch. Now, it is fun to watch in recreational terms, but a lot of people are getting in trouble with it.
Yeah, we've all seen a parlay sheet, right?
Yeah.
A parlay sheet that maybe didn't come from a legitimate sports book.
Really?
So we're kind of familiar with what those might look like.
Bathtub gin?
Yeah. So I think my son was in college, and he was at a buddy's house, and they had a couple of TVs going with the football games, with other football games in the red zone and stuff like that. And he sends me a picture that he takes. He goes, "Hey, how about this setup?" Well, he sends me the picture, and I'm looking at it, and then I look at the coffee table, and there's a parlay sheet that's laying out there. I just text him back. I go, "What do you get? A 3-way, 4-way, 5-way parlay? What do you got? What are you talking about?" Oh. I go, "I can see the parlay sheet laying on your table." Yeah, so gambling is a thing in college. Well, it's a thing everywhere.
It's a thing everywhere.
Think about it. That is a viable market, because you got kids that are looking to score money quick.
Sure.
Because they got to pay tuition, get laid.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in that order.
Whatever.
All things expensive.
Yeah.
Can be. Wow. Yeah. You got So I don't know, man. That's going to be an interesting thing to watch. We've talked about it at length on this show for years that, handled responsibly, it's a wonderful addition to your sports buffet, but it can go sideways in a hurry. And if you end up chasing that money, there's a reason there's all those big buildings out there in the desert.
Yep.
Everybody loses. The house always
bigger.
wins.
It wasn't built with greens fees.
No, absolutely not. So Dobe, as our guy who watches the games on the couch, I want to know the Greek chorus, the couch chorus, if you will, your thoughts on Sunday. We're about to welcome Aaron Nagler of Cheesehead TV to the party to talk to him in depth about the Packers game Sunday against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well,
say you as they're getting ready.
Long being rooted in the professional wrestling genre mindset, this is called a heel turn. Aaron Rodgers has turned heel, and that's funny. Oh, I have a lot of friends in Green Bay. Everything's going to be good. He's going to want to beat the crap out of them, and it's good. It's good theater.
He absolutely he can downplay it all he wants.
Sure, he wants to win.
He has
by
this
100
one
points.
circled on every calendar in his house, every schedule he's seen. And you can't convince me that this doesn't mean more to him than any other.
It's a Super Bowl for him.
It kind of is. Now for the Packers, I think LaFleur and Jordan Love would maybe sense some validation in a victory.
Refresh my aging memory. I believe when Favre and the Packers played the Jets back then, did the Packers win? I don't remember.
Vikings. No, they never played the Jets when Favre.
When
he went to the Vikings.
I know he played the Vikings.
Year.
I know that.
Yes.
I thought they played the Jets too. Okay, I'm wrong.
No, they didn't.
So the Steelers doesn't mean as much as the Vikings.
They didn't cross paths. Yeah, then that's part of it. And it's been a little distant now, and he had that injury year where.
But seeing them lose last night was a treat, was it not?
Oh, my goodness, the Vikings got smoked.
Delightful.
Loved it.
Yeah, it's hard not to love that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have a couple of thoughts about this. I'll see if Nags thinks my logic is flawed, but I do agree that this Aaron Rodgers, not that he doesn't try every week,
sure,
but he's a guy who collects the chips on his shoulder, right? And he still has some from junior high, and he is going to be supremely motivated to have a great game. Now, does that translate to good performance? A lot of guys, they can have diminishing returns. KB, anybody who tries to stand at the golf, the tee box and clench their cheeks together and hit one 350.
Oh, good luck with that.
That's where you hit a 20-foot dribbler into the woods.
Shank.
And then you end up hitting from the ladies.
Ain't it true? Ain't that the truth?
But I think Rodgers is better at that than most, and it's been a fuel for his career and his greatness. I think he'll be able to handle that. And I also think that any Packers fans who are underestimating him and the Steelers, do so at your peril. Let the last 2 weeks be your guide when the Packers had to struggle to beat Cincinnati and Arizona.
Amen. And they didn't beat Dallas.
And so I think this game could be tougher than we think for a lot of reasons. And when we come back, we will bounce that question and many more off of our buddy Aaron Nagler of Cheesehead TV. 877-794-1973 gets you to the NicoletLaw.com talk and text line. Dobie Maxwell's hanging out with us for a little bit today. After 4 o'clock, we'll play Figure It Out. Adam Pawlak is going to join us. We'll live the high life with our celebrity chef pal. Kappa Kate going to join us at 3:30 today live from campus. We'll get the sorority sports report with Kappa Kate.
Nice.
She's been a great addition to our team here. And she's creating a lot of fans for us in the 608, which we appreciate. All right. When we come back, Aaron Nagler, we'll talk Packers Steelers. You're listening to Drew and KB.
Every day's like my iPod stuck on replay.
It's finally here. Aaron Rodgers against his old team.
This is not a revenge game for me. I'm just excited to see some of those guys and be on Sunday Night Football again.
Both the Packers and Steelers.
Tour of the U.S. as the opening act for the Monkees in support of the U.S. album release.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more from 1967 coming up.
I'm Josh Holloway. The national parks have always been a part of my life, but years of underfunding, pollution, and climate change have taken their toll. Join me and the National Parks Conservation Association in ensuring our national parks are available for future generations. For more, visit preservetheparks.com.
Classic Cuts.
The title and cover art of Wings' Band on the Run album makes it all seem very criminal, but that's not what Paul McCartney would.
Oh, baby. You know, that G is not heavy, but we're here to support our buddy Aaron Nagler of Cheesehead TV as he carries the G 24/7. Drew, KB, Dobie Maxwell, Hunter Baumgart from headquarters. Let's swing it east and talk to our pal, Aaron Nagler of Cheesehead TV. Is brought to us by Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. Here's the 50 years of Miller time. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. And Potawatomi Sportsbook bet above the rest. Good afternoon, Aaron. How you doing today?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How we doing on this fabulous Friday?
It is fabulous indeed.
Fantastic.
We're going to be waiting all weekend for Sunday night, which
no doubt.
You know, it can be a slog to get through the weekend.
It is.
Oh, baby, on the other side of that, we've got Aaron Rodgers and the Packers and the Steelers wearing the most hideous uniforms.
Why? How do you fumble it that badly? I'm just amazing.
Out of a great, classic, iconic uniform matchup.
Oh.
And it's just
could have been brilliant. Could have been brilliant.
The great thing about the Steelers is logo. Yeah, we only need it on one side of the helmet.
Yes, exactly. Just absolute classic
stickers.
Could have been outstanding, just throwbacks without even wearing throwbacks because both uniforms are so classic, and they had to mess it up.
Awful. All right, Nags, I'm of two minds on this, and see if you can tell me if my logic's flawed. One, no matter what he says or what anybody says, Aaron Rodgers has this date circled, and he wants to put up his best performance of the year.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Although I do think it's interesting. I don't think it's so much about trying to show the Packers something or prove the Packers wrong. I think he really does care about the fact that as a starting quarterback, his team has beaten every other team in the league except for the Packers. Like, to complete that would be, I think, to him, pretty damn special.
Yep, that's checking a box.
Because
Absolutely.
Brady's the only one who's done that, right?
If I remember right, I think there might be one other, but I can't remember for sure. Brett would have done it, wouldn't he? I mean, he beat the Packers twice that first year in Minnesota.
Yeah, so Favre
and Brady.
That
it's rare.
Trinity.
It's very rare.
It is definitely rare. And then the other thing that I've come around to, Nags, is that misjudge or take lightly the Steelers at your own peril, because I think they're going to be like Cincinnati and Arizona and give the Packers a pretty good game that's in doubt until the fourth quarter. I'd like it to be a blowout, but intellectually,
in no way, shape, or form do I think this is a blowout on either side. I do think this is a game where both offenses are going to move up and down the field and score some points. I don't know if we are talking like a 40-burger, but I do think, there's going to be scoring in this game. Zero doubt about that.
Okay, which return from injury buoys the Packers more, Christian Watson or Devontae Wyatt?
Ooh.
I got to suspect, mostly because I actually think this one will happen, is Christian Watson. I know Devontae Wyatt's practiced every day this week, but he has been a limited participant both Wednesday and Thursday. We don't have the injury report out yet for today. I got to imagine, though, he's probably limited again. It would be unusual for them to have a guy who's been out for a couple weeks to then come back and only be limited throughout the week and then be up on Sunday. I hope that isn't the case. I hope he is up, but I suspect we'll see Watson in some kind of limited role. And I mean, all you got to do is look at the history of his being on the field in LaFleur's offense. And it hasn't mattered who's the quarterback is. They average 5 points more a week when he's on the field. He just changes the calculus of every defense that faces the Packers offense. Yeah, his speed is a problem, but it's just everything about his game opens up so much for other people. And that includes the running game, the ability to like pin corners on the edge and instead of, a 2 or 3 yard gain, turn it into a 12, 15 yard gain. That's another first down. You're that much closer to a scoring opportunity. And that's why he is a real difference maker.
I love that someone brought that up in LaFleur's presser yesterday about Watson's blocking ability. Mm-hmm. That's something that's been stressed. When did they start to stress that? Was it under Holmgren or was it McCarthy? Because Packers wide receivers are expected to block, and a lot of them have been good at it over the years.
They have. It's interesting because it's always been talked about, and it's certainly something that gets coached and is stressed, but I've never seen it kind of magnified and really stressed and kind of emphasized by a coaching staff the way it is with LaFleur and company. And that has been since he got there in 2019. And I think a big part of that is, the whole design of his offense is they want to get that run game going, stay ahead of the sticks, and then open things up for your quarterback because teams are having to bite down on the run. Now, that hasn't happened a whole lot this year, and you've seen how kind of herky-jerky it's been. Again, I'm not saying just add Watson. Certainly the offensive line has to play better. Josh Jacobs needs to continue playing as well as he's played. But Watson out there makes a difference, whether it's in the run game or the passing game.
Talking to Aaron Nagler, Cheesehead TV here, Drew KB, Dobie Maxwell. So Nags, I'm watching the national pundits, and they're coming around to the idea they're summing up the frustration Packers fans are feeling because they're you watch Packers on one drive and you say, this is unstoppable. They should be scoring 50 a game.
Yep.
And then you watch the whole game, and you go, what the hell is going on? What is going on out there? We've talked about it before. The ugly 3 and out stay with you longer than the well-crafted 12, 15 play drives that end in touchdowns.
Yeah, there's
what
no doubt.
What are you seeing? When do they flip that switch and become more consistent?
Well, the more they're on the grass and the more this offensive line plays together. Don't forget, this will be the third game that their preferred 5 is out there, hopefully from, kickoff to whistle. And that hasn't been the case prior to those 2 games. They've been really jumbled up front, very inconsistent up front. The more those guys play together, and you're starting to see Aaron Banks round into form. I mean, I know the first month or so he was pretty disappointing, especially as a guy who was signed to a big deal this offseason in free agency. But he's coming off a really, his best performance down there in Arizona. hopefully, again, he can build on that, and this whole offensive line can take another step forward. And as that happens, I do think you'll see this offense start to, put together a few more of those drives where it looks effortless. But nothing happens unless the offensive line is right. It's the engine of your offense. You can have all the great skill position players. You can have a phenomenal quarterback. Doesn't matter. If you're not right up front, things are going to fall apart real quick. And that's where the inconsistencies along the line and their play has really affected this offense.
Next is, this offense, but I guess what is this offense? No,
Right.
I mean, I mean it seriously. It's like when they are cooking, you're going, my God, this is the most diverse offense that you could ever imagine. And then all of a sudden it goes to like the offenses that we got in the last of the McCarthy years where you just wanted to beat your head against the wall.
Right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is supremely frustrating at times. I do think a big component of what was so frustrating on Sunday in Arizona was the lack of third down conversions, which always means you're off the field, right? And you're not elongating drives, giving yourself more opportunities. They had so many third downs where, especially third and shorts, where you think, okay, just press the easy button, give it, put it in Jordan Love's hands and away we go. But they kept trying to run the ball and they weren't very successful. They kept having to get off the field because of it. But then push comes to shove. It's 4th and 2, game on the line. Put the ball in Jordan Love's hands. Look what happened. And the thing is, before that game, they had been absolutely lights out on third down. So I do think Sunday night you'll see probably a return to a lot more efficiency on third down. And if not, in case in point, like you're never going to expect 100% consistency, I do think you'll see a much more cohesive looking unit simply because they'll have more ops. They'll have more abilities, on 1st and 10 to get into advantageous situations and down a distance. And hopefully that leads to elongated drives and scoring points.
Jordan Love's been doing a good job of avoiding turnovers. His stats through whatever it was, like 39 starts or whatever it is, as he enters now the game, comparable to Rodgers through the same period. Very eerily comparable.
It's crazy,
right?
Yeah.
How close they are.
Yep.
But he does seem to be taking more deep shots. And after watching teams kind of dink and dunk against the Packers with Flacco and then Jacoby, and Rodgers is going to do it too. He gets it out quick because he can't move around like he used to.
And their offensive line is suspect, no doubt.
Can't the Packers benefit from a little bit more of that approach? I don't mind dink and dunk, Nags.
No, I hear you. I don't know if you've ever watched, if you've seen any of the watch parties we've done this year, but my partner, Corey Banke, has been screaming this every week. And they have gotten to it at times, but I'm with you, man. There is no shame in the game if you're just dumping it underneath, especially just run people off and give it to Josh Jacobs underneath. Let him run through some dudes, you can get 4, 5, 6 yards pretty much on the regular if you just operate that way. So, yeah, I mean, the exciting thing is they're number 1 in the league in, generating explosive plays. And that hasn't always meant having to take deep shots. Sometimes it's as simple as you dump it off to Matthew Golden underneath. He makes 2 or 3 people miss and you've got a 20-yard gain, right? But I do think they would benefit from, again, operating in the sense of, okay, let's get the ball out of Jordan's hands as quickly as these other quarterbacks are, especially this week. Because, man, this Steelers front, this Steelers defense, they get quarterbacks on the ground with regularity. And I don't want any of these long developing plays where Jordan's back there trying to find stuff down. Just get it out into the flat, get it out on an angle or a Texas route to Jacobs and let him go to work.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. You and I have been screaming this for a while. I've talked to Antonio Freeman about it, talked to James Jones about it. Where's the slant?
Oh man, unless it's Romeo Doubs on a third down, which they have found from time to time, right? But outside of that, yeah, can we remember the slant? Instead of, say, maybe pitching to the short side of the field on 3rd and 2, can we just run a slant?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm with you.
Bring back the slant.
That's what I was talking about with the offense. You just sit there and go,
bring it back.
And where's the wheel route for you? Damn it, Nags.
I know. I need some wheel route in my life.
You need some wheel route.
I did predict going into Sunday that Tucker Kraft would have a big game because the Cardinals weren't good against they weren't good against tight ends.
Not. You know who else isn't good against tight ends? The Green Bay Packers. And now we've got a offense in Pittsburgh coming up that has 3 really talented tight ends. That is giving me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. I mean, you saw how McBride really kind of worked the Packers defense. Now they got 3 dudes you got to worry about in that regard.
historically, we all have a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin and what he's done and the continuity of the Steelers and everything. And there are fans there that, would take issue.
They're ready to go. They're ready to move on.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready to move on.
Yeah.
But he historically does well coming off of like this mini bye, coming off a loss, an emotional kind of loss. And when he's getting points in home games, his teams show up and play pretty well. So those are three things.
Home dog on a national stage
things.
is always nerve-wracking.
Who's their OC? Because Tomlin's
Arthur Smith, who's done a very good job.
Yeah,
he and Rodgers have meshed, I think, a lot better than people expected them to. I mean, it's really helped.
That's what they thought Hackett was going to be.
Yes,
like.
Exactly. Well, just what you're talking about, getting the ball out of his hands quickly, but also, even though it hasn't been incredibly effective, sticking with the running game. So teams just can't key on Rodgers. They've done a very good job working together in that regard.
Yeah. And defensively, well, TJ Watt's a dude. We've seen a lot of dudes on the other side of the ball.
A lot of dudes on that
he's
side,
a dude.
No doubt. And he's a problem. And look, man, it's been a while now, but there, I think there was a game in Lambeau where he and Zach Tom, got after it, and they each got each other, but GJ just has to get home once, and if he gets home and creates a fumble or a turnover play, that's a big win. Like I said, that group as a whole has been, putting the quarterback on the ground multiple times a game. This is not a day where you want to sit back there and survey the field.
Well, if he gets home once, the people that call into sports shows are going to be unbearable as well.
Could have been a Packer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what could have been.
The Kevin King yesteryear.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Oh,
I'm really excited for that, KB. Thanks for the reminder.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for putting that out there into the universe, KB.
So, hey,
he doesn't need it. He's just illuminating it. It's already there. It is always
I'm not
there.
wrong.
No, he's not at all. It's constantly
another
there.
factor here, because we get into the weeds when we talk to Aaron Nagler, is the weeds, the grass. That they just replaced the turf.
Right.
University of Pittsburgh's playing on it like
Pitt game tomorrow, right? Or today? Is it today?
I think today.
All right, there you go.
Today. But they're playing on it. They had to replace the turf. And whenever you have that situation where you're unsure and there's cleats, we see it all the time at Lambeau. When teams come in, they just can't figure out.
Where the long cleats, boys. Where the long cleats.
Where the molded cleats.
Guys want to be fast. I get it. But, man, where the long cleats.
You would think that would be fundamental. But then that affects things like Pittsburgh missed a kick because the guy slipped, right? That's
absolutely.
And so that affects everything.
Think about the precision in the passing game and how you want to cut and things like that. I mean, look no further. Did you watch the Detroit, Buccaneers game the other night?
Yes.
How many times did the Detroit Lions make the Bucs defense just look silly by these quick start, stop, quick cuts, and the guys go flying by? There won't be any of that on Sunday night. Like, you have to adjust. You have to be ready to wear the long cleats and know that, you might have to round out some of those routes that you traditionally are able to cut real quickly.
Yeah. Boy, and to your point, the Lions look like the fastest team on turf.
They're a whole other animal in that dome. We all know this. It's so true. They're a very different beast. But, I mean, don't look much further than last night. I mean, just because you usually play in a dome, as the Vikings do, doesn't mean that automatically means anything when you're on the road and the Chargers are whooping you up.
All right, so we expect
to see. Beautiful to see, by the way.
We agree. I want to go home and watch it again.
Yes. We expect to see Christian Watson. Not sure about Devontae Wyatt. What about Brandon McManus? What does your spidey sense tell you? Lucas Haversick, ride him till he misses one.
I'm with you, man. They keep saying it's going to be a medical decision. I wouldn't be surprised if he sat down for one more week and they ride with the kid. I mean, the heater he's on, the way he's come through. Why rush it? Make sure your kicker is 100% because
can you trade him?
They might.
They could probably get a draft choice,
eventually, possibly. But also, Matt was asked today, and I know he said he was like, he's not a big fan of this idea. But again, he doesn't have control of the roster. Brian Gutekunst does, and that's the possibility of could you potentially keep two kickers on the roster? And it sounds silly. I get it. I understand it. But man, they just brought up Jacob Monk last week, and they had a roster spot open that had just been sitting there, so don't tell me that, that 53rd is really impossibly precious and you can't possibly have two. I'm fine keeping two kickers. I got zero doubt. I got zero issue with it. So we'll see.
Especially when I said that Lucas Haversick he's the most valuable substitute teacher in the league right now.
My God.
And he's also the Malik Willis of kickers. You feel fine turning the keys over to him and let's go.
You know what it's like? It's like if Alan Risher came in and set the record for most touchdowns in a game and then just went off into the sunset. He's
And
got
just
that
was never
61
seen
yarder,
again.
never
Yeah.
seen again.
Well,
But I
you know
think
what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. They're going to, like, McManus is going to be right, and he's going to be the kicker again, and then they're going to release him after trying to trade him, but no one's going to trade for him because they know the Packers have to release him. So they're going to release him, and then he's going to go somewhere, and he's going to be perfect, and McManus is going to come back, and he's going to be erratic. Because this is the life of a Green Bay Packers fan.
Yes,
That's
it
just,
is.
you know, I have been conditioned to live like this.
You're not wrong.
Oh, the Bears are worse, though.
Of course they are.
Double
They're the Bears.
doink.
They still suck.
I
You
still
know
like
this.
to stick it to them,
Of course, yes. Of
Yes.
course. All right, Nags, who are your give us a pick to click on Sunday night? Who's somebody that we're gonna be talking about on Monday?
Quay Walker, once again.
Ooh.
He's coming off probably his best game of the year. I think the way that Hafley has started to utilize him as a blitzer, look out, Rodgers. There's zero doubt that Aaron's going to be getting the ball out of his hands quickly, but there's going to be moments probably on second or third and long where Walker's going to have opportunities in this game.
He might be, they may be preoccupied a little bit with Micah Parsons.
You think? Yeah, exactly.
And that could turn him into the
I mean, he absolutely ran through some running backs last week. I mean, this was a guy who was just possessed to get to the quarterback, and I can't wait to watch him on Sunday night.
He was on one for sure. Okay, so everybody was ready to run Aaron Banks out of town, and it looks like, well, maybe that was premature. He might be settling in. And you mentioned
he
the
settled in
offensive
nicely
line.
Sunday, definitely.
Yeah, he did okay. Can Nate Hobbs do the same? Because Nate Hobbs has had a rough go.
Yeah.
Yes, man. He has.
And folks are like, is he playing out of position? Should he be in the slot? Bullard's been manning that, and they, you know, what are the options there?
I think there's a chance that we see something along those lines, but here's the thing, man. They paid him. They paid him big. And I can't imagine a world where they just suddenly sit him. You know, they're going to have him on the field. And I take LaFleur at his word from Monday. You know, he is going to get better. He's going to bounce back and he's going to improve. You know, that's part of their philosophy. And it's not just draft and develop when you're talking about, you know, draft picks, guys they bring into the program. Don't forget, he did get hurt, like legitimately the very first day the pads came on. Missed all of camp, all the physicality of camp and the preseason, all of the kind of first couple games. So he is somewhat just kind of rounding into gameplay shape, but man, he has got to play better. And they're going to give him every opportunity. Maybe there are a few packages, maybe like dime stuff where they do kick him inside, but I suspect he'll continue to be the perimeter guy opposite Keyshawn Nixon. And oh baby, this week, you know, the Steelers are going to work to get DK Metcalf lined up against him. Pray for him and pray that there's a safety over the top, because otherwise it's going to get ugly.
Ooh, speaking of safeties, Xavier McKinney obviously made such a splash last year. At this point, he was still on his interception heater,
right?
Like 6 games in. This year, no one's thrown to him, and it would be an old guy reference. And Hardercourt and I used to make it in the press box all the time, like the bullpen guys were the Maytag repairmen sitting by the phone. X gets no targets.
That is an old reference, but I'm old enough to get it.
Yeah. It's an old. I knew you would. But so those guys like Xavier McKinney, I remember, you know, Palomalu and Woodson and like great safeties. You hear their name. You hear their name on TV. Like I haven't heard Xavier McKinney's name on a broadcast like all season, basically.
Yeah,
so what does it take?
You can take, or you can. The idea that no one's throwing at him deep is certainly true, right? And they have done a great job of limiting explosive plays because they've kept a shell on everything. They've kept everything in front of them. They've limited any ability that teams have to throw deep or, you know, even down the seam or whatever. But to your point, man, he is in control a lot of the time when it comes to if they do show too high pre-snap, right? And then just before the snap of the ball, he's determining a lot of the time who's dropping down between him and Evan Williams and who's staying up. And if he's dropping down and these teams are trying to paper cut them to death and just use the quick passing game, at some point, 1,000,000,000%, he needs to start making an impact. You know, this is an all-pro guy. This is a guy who has been a playmaker for you, who right now just is not affecting the game in any material way. And the more unfortunate part is when he is in the mix, he's missed tackles like way more than he did last season. Like that has to stop. And I'm not saying he's playing poorly, because I don't think he is. He's got to be way more consistent with the tackling, though, and he absolutely should. For a guy that played at the level we saw last year, he should be affecting the game more, no doubt.
Is that on him or the coaches or a mix of both?
It's
like
a mix.
Usually is?
It's a mix.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's doing some of this pre-snap on the field by himself, but also we've seen Hafley intermittently start to utilize him as a blitzer. He did it a couple times last year. He's done it a handful of times this year. I mean, they used to do it with Woodson all the time, right? Get him in the slot, send him after the QB. There's no reason McKinney couldn't do that. He did that a number of times last year, and they've been sparingly using that this season. Maybe this is the week they start to unveil some of that, but get him down near the line of scrimmage. If teams are going to keep trying to paper cut you, and this is how they're going to operate, got to do something to counter it, and he's a great antidote to some of that.
Okay, since Aaron Nagler, Cheesehead TV, joining us, since you mentioned earlier that Quay Walker could be your pick to click, it's on my list of things to ask you about Edger and Cooper and the possibility, and I hate to use the phrase because it's a cliche, but like a sophomore slump where, you know, he was so great and you couldn't take your eyes off him last year. This year, he has moments, but he also has good moments and bad moments. So what are you seeing with him on his trajectory?
I think I don't want to call it a sophomore slump because I think he's playing well, but almost kind of similar to what we were talking about with McKinney. Like, there's way too many missed tackles, way too many times where he's coming in almost out of control. I won't say totally out of control, but overrunning things, right? And missing a cutback possibility. And because of it, they're giving up yardage. But also at the same time, you do see him like a couple of times last week in Arizona where the team's trying to get outside and he just bolts through the wash and drops the ball carrier for a 1 or 2 yard loss, right? There's still that playmaking ability is still there. But it's interesting that they're utilizing Quay Walker the way they are as far as being a blitzer. I would think they'd start to maybe mix that up a little bit because last year when they asked Cooper to rush the quarterback, he was really effective. And his explosiveness, his ability to close ground quickly, you know, maybe they're kind of holding off on that because teams are getting the ball out so quickly and they want his athleticism on the back end to kind of hopefully like clean that up. But yeah, I just think he just needs to play way more consistently. I don't think he's playing poorly, but yeah, again, missed tackles. I mean, that game down in Dallas was hard to watch and he's gotten better since then, but that's another one where just if he makes that initial tackle, instead of a 5-7 yard gain, it's a 2-3 yard gain, and now you've got the opponent behind the sticks and they can't keep paper cutting you to death. That to me, it's all across the board on this defense. If they start tackling better consistently, teams aren't going to be able to do what they've been doing to them because you can't. When it's 2nd and 8 as opposed to 2nd and 3, you're living in a totally different world as a play caller.
You know, that's what I'm not about to go all Junction Boys on you, but you know, I think some of that happens when you're not tackling in practice.
It's true, but that's everybody. You know, it's I know. It's just the NFL. But that's the point. Like, you know, we go back talking about this forever, but it's like you got to draft tacklers because there's no time. There's 0 time in the NFL to teach and or work on tackling. There just isn't. You get 14 padded practices the entire season. You know what I mean? So it's like once the season starts, it's over. It's a wrap. You can't practice tackling because you can't be in pads.
Is this defense, though, it's designed and they've been successful in limiting explosives?
Yep, big time.
Right? Which
by the way, is a very good thing. I don't want to dismiss that because that's where points come. Hafley talked about it this week. Points come out of explosive plays, and they have.
It is, those. But then it leads to perception that you're not like aggressive and pushing. You know, you're kind of on your heels a little bit. So, but my thing is like, can't they in game just throw a change up like every third series? Like, okay, you know, press. We're gonna.
They've done a little of that. They've done a little of that. Teams have done a good job of recognizing it early in the kind of play clock and getting out of it or running away from it. That's happened a number of times. But look, I don't think, you know, the perception, the narrative, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't win games, right? Your actual production and your ability to stop the opponent does. We can sit here and be frustrated about it, but man, the results have been, for the most part, pretty damn good. So I don't see Hafley kind of changing course big time in a dramatic way, right? I think he'll continue to pick and choose when he tries to exert a little pressure or a little, quote, aggressiveness. You know,
it's as simple as like just one of those things getting home. Like, I'd like to see it after they score, you know, after the Packers offense scores, then we're going to like, you know, just
put our foot on the throat a little bit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I hear you.
That kind of thing that in the flow of the game. And I don't like second guessing offensive play calls. So far be it for me to do defensive play calls, but there is just like this approach that we're in this shell and they're always their zone team, you know, cover 4.
They are.
What are we doing?
But here's the other thing, though. At some point, players got to play, and they got to execute. Because, man, if it's 3rd and 20 freaking 3, why in the hell are we jumping off sides? You jump off sides, quarterback's got a free play, he throws it up, now it's 1st down after a 30-yard gain or whatever it was. Like, there's 0. You should be punting. But you jumped off, your rookie end jumped off sides, so the quarterback had a free play. So even if you pick that off, they still get another chance. It's
even if you're laid off the ball, they're not getting 23.
They're not getting 23 yards. Exactly. So at some point, the approach is fine. You got to execute. And that's what I mean about tackling. If they just tackle consistently, this is a defense that will shut down a lot of offenses. But they have to be more consistent in that regard.
And they've played now a couple of veteran quarterbacks in a row.
And they're about to play yet another one who's like the final boss of veteran quarterbacks.
Yes. This is,
No doubt.
what can you throw at him that he's not seen before?
Not
that he
a
hasn't
single
anticipated?
thing.
Nothing. You just got to make plays.
Oh, I think he's going to know how wide open the middle of the field is.
No doubt.
Something, I mean.
He very well.
We talked about this on Cheesehead TV this week. I mean, at some point, you're right. You're not going to show him anything he's never seen before, but that's why you keep mixing it up throughout the game, and you never kind of allow him to get a beat on, okay, it's 2nd and long. This is what they usually go to. Whatever their tendency is, either season long or game long, keep mixing it up. So there's at least a seed of doubt when he drops back to, oh, wait, is that cover 3 when they usually play cover 4? What, just give a half second of doubt. Maybe that allows Parsons to get home, because other than that, he's going to carve him up. No question.
Execution, boys. You got to execute.
Got to do it.
Got to do it. Got to do it. Nags, just wondering, is the World Series on your radar? I know we don't have a rooting interest because
of course I'm rooting for the Blue Jays just because, screw the Dodgers, And I think that's, I get they're there and they're rallying around the idea of ruining baseball. Well, that's why I could never root for them. And
but it's Canada.
I don't care. Good, man. The world against LA. I'm in on this.
Well,
down with it.
Since you put it that way.
True World Series.
Give Canada the World Series. They never win the Stanley Cup anymore. Give them the World Series.
I am all in on it. Man, they've got like a whole system down in South America, a cable system where they just produce revenue that legit can pay for Ohtani's contract. And that's just one player.
That's one player.
It's like, what are we doing here? We all know that model is broken and it doesn't matter, but man, go Blue Jays.
Yep. There you have it. All right, Nags, I think we had a pretty good run today. It's going to be an awesome Sunday night. We look forward to chatting with you next weekend. And of course, cheeseheadtv.com, where all the kids get their Packers information, where you have all your chats. In fact, what's the chat lineup for today? You're doing something just in a little bit.
I got my live stream at 4:00 Central, 4:00 Lambeau time, as we like to say. And then I'm cracking open a beer and chilling with the daughters, having a pizza. That's my plan.
I like drinking, Aaron.
Have a weekend. I love it. I love it. Carry the G, my brother. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot, boys. Talk to you next week.
All right. Aaron Nagler, Cheesehead TV, one of our favorites on the program, brought to us by Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. Here's to 50 years of Miller time. Orthopedic Associates, Wisconsin. There is a difference. Just ask my hip. And Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest. Dobie Maxwell in for now, getting ready to go to a gig. We'll talk about that as we move forward. KB's here, Hunter Baumgart. You're listening to Drew and KB. On his way to Harvard for a gig. Harvard, Illinois.
That's so funny because there's a place called the Super Bowl. It's a bowling alley in Peru, Illinois. So I'm working the Super Bowl and Harvard in the same year.
That's amazing.
No one else has to know.
No, you've made it.
That's right there. Made it. The milk capital of the world.
You may have seen him at the Super Bowl.
Yep. Or Harvard.
Yep.
If not,
give a big welcome.
Yes.
He's been clubbed at colleges all around the country.
Good morning, Sun Prairie.
Yes. That's
exactly.
so. Oh, he's ready to rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are people laughing? I mean, these are tough economics times, tough political times.
Yeah, I think they want to laugh and they want to just forget about it. And I don't go there and bring up all that stuff. You don't want to pop that boil. Yeah. I've got enough stuff in my own life and experience, as KB knows, you bring them into your own world. Yeah. And I did in Vegas. It was unbelievable. And people came up to say, "Oh, we love to laugh." And you didn't swear. You didn't
swear. You kept it clean.
Because there's an art form to that. You know, you got to say it without saying it. I can imply it. I just don't say it.
You and that Seinfeld guy doesn't swear a lot either.
And he swears off stage. I work with him, and he was swearing like a truck driver. He goes, "I'm from effing New York. What do you think?" He goes, "I don't do it on stage. It's a business decision." Mm-hmm. Well, that pays more. Clean leads to green.
Yeah. Seinfeld is like, obviously for your industry, quite influential. But even outside of that, now that he's into like stoicism and all the stuff that he's into, and transcendental meditation, he and Howard Stern
he was always
meditating.
he was big into Buddha and Buddhism for a while.
Yeah, sure, he was. Now he's into that stoicism stuff.
Was he Scientology too for a while? I think.
Was he?
He's like,
he was.
Everything
That's nuts.
It is nuts.
Everything you worry about in the grand scheme means nothing, and you shouldn't be worried about it. So he doesn't he just doesn't care.
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
If I had
Paul Reiser, who are these people?
If my wealth was rocketing towards that, what tens of billions.
There's some commas in his.
I would feel pretty Zen-like too.
Oh God,
that's. I think they're interrelated a little bit, but I'm interested. Every time I watch him interviewed, I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Gold, Jerry, gold.
I mean, we do have a friend who has hit it pretty big and will remain nameless, who once said to me, "I got so much money, I don't know how much money I have."
Yeah, nice problem to have.
Yeah, good problem to have.
I don't have that problem.
No, neither do I.
We are rolling along. We're going to play Figure It Out at 4. Kappa Kate's going to join us with the Sorority Sports Report at 3:30 live from campus. We're glad you're hanging out with us. It's the Friday edition. Drew and KB. KB on this Friday in the good land. Happy you're hanging out with us. Hunter Baumgart's here. I'm Drew. That's KB.
What is going on, brother man?
We've got Dobie Maxwell with us for just a little bit longer because he's got on his way to a gig, making people laugh, making people happy because it's what he's been doing for, these many years on our show and on stages nationwide.
All the way back to when I had hopes and dreams. You guys revolve.
It's the land of hope and dreams.
That's it.
Speaking of hope and dreams, you got your Badgers going to Oregon to play number 6.
Good luck with that.
Ducks. And
quack.
We talked about it earlier this week with Jim Polzine and Matt LePay. This is going to be tough, and it might even be tougher than the game they played against Ohio State because Ohio State had an affinity for Luke Fickell and Mike Tressel, and they
took their foot off the gas.
I don't know that that Oregon's going to do that. The game's at 6 o'clock, I believe. Yes, 6 o'clock our time. Is there a good time to watch the Badgers like this season? Probably not. But if you want to have a couple of pops and you're on your way to a Halloween party of some kind or something, I threw out a question on the X at Drew Wilson MKE at On Air KB. Are you on the X still, or have you?
I really haven't done it at Dented Candobi, but
Dented Candobi.
I don't think I posted in a long time.
I haven't
either.
I think I posted Obama won the election. That's the last post I made.
It's a cesspool.
Yeah, it is. But I put this out, and I was only half joking. Which number will be higher? The margin of victory for Oregon against the Badgers, or the total points scored in the Packers game against the Steelers?
Oh, the Oregon win.
Yeah.
I would go the Bucks game. They're gonna cream
Raptors tonight. That's my prop consideration, my unofficial prop consideration. And don't bet if you're Terry Rozier.
Nope.
But if you're involved with the NBA, but I threw that out there, and I was wondering what the feedback would be.
Interesting. What'd you get?
And I will tell you, so far, it was running 60-40 that it would be Oregon to start. So I'll see if there's an update. But I don't take any pleasure in the Badgers not being competitive. But I don't, like we've said throughout the week, it's gone from will they win another game this year to when will they score a touchdown? Because it's been a while.
Those goose eggs don't look good.
Still 63% say Oregon's margin of victory will be higher. Because let's say the Packers game is, the Packers have scored, other than the Dallas game, in all of their victories, they've scored 27 points. They scored 40 in a tie and 10 in a loss. So you can pretty much bank on them so let's say that's 27-24. Can the Badgers keep it within 51? I think the official line's like 36, somewhere in that ballpark.
34 and a half,
34, 35. It's been fluctuating, but there's a sense that Oregon's going to keep playing their guys and try to make a statement because they have that one loss that they had against Indiana, and they want to like avenge that and put that in the rear view and show that they're playoff worthy. I'm not sure. So it's running right now 63% say Oregon's margin of victory will be greater than the combined points scored by the Packers and Steelers.
Wow.
So that would be our stripper poll then.
Yeah, let's call that a stripper poll if you want
today.
Yeah, it's like which one will be bigger. 877-794-1973. We're still getting over, and this is one of those, Hunter, you've been hanging around with these old guys for a while, but this is one that, again, it's the passage of time, the time-space continuum warps as you're older, and something that happened 20 years ago feels like it was 10 minutes, and something that happened 2 weeks ago feels like it was 5 years.
True.
Was it not 1 week ago tonight that Shohei Ohtani hit 3 home runs to eliminate the Brewers from playoff contention?
Unreal.
1 week ago tonight.
No. You have to pick that scale.
A week ago.
I know we've had, a lot going on in our corner of the world lately, and that's been like, again, but life comes at you now. Life comes at you now. It comes out of a fire hose. It's not the trickle of the garden hose that we drank out of as kids when we were playing outside. It's a fire hose. But it was 1 week ago tonight that Shohei Ohtani pitched 6 innings, struck out 10, and hit 3 jacks.
And
eliminated the Brewers.
I just laughed. It was so good.
Yesterday, we heard Matt Arnold and Pat Murphy in their season-ending wrap-up presser. And tonight at 5 o'clock, here on these here airwaves and interwebs, you'll hear Tim Allen and Hunter with a Brewers kind of another wrap-up, reaction wrap-up show.
Now that I would listen to. That's good radio right there.
That is. That's
serious. I'm very
a look
serious.
ahead, and it's like, and it's on the night.
Well,
you guys are
you.
basically the pregame show for the World Series, but you're doing a Brewers show.
Yeah.
leading into that.
You could call it that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
I'm
a good way to
calling it.
get ready for the World Series.
Mhm.
And then and you're forecasting what's going to happen with the Brewers. Like the Brewers are in a good situation that the core is intact. If they can add a free agent piece and decide or declare themselves on Freddie Peralta, they don't have that many boxes to check, right? Because you know who like the main guys in the bullpen are going to be. They have options in terms of the starting staff, like who's going to start, who's going to relieve. There were some great questions yesterday about Ashby's status, whether he stays in that kind of long relief role or whether he works back into a starter. And those are good problems to have. It's like when you got a bunch of guys that can do a lot of things, and that'll sort itself out, and there will be the usual injuries, because I think it was Doug Melvin told me this year that more guys get hurt in the offseason and spring training than they do during the regular season.
I can see that.
That's something to watch too. But
wow.
So tune in. You stay tuned, I should say, because you're with us now. But after 5 o'clock, Tim Allen and Hunter Baumgart put a bow on that and look ahead to the World Series, which begins tonight with the Jays and the Dodgers. If Blake Snell gives up 15 runs in 2 innings, how's that going to make you feel?
Sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I don't expect that he will, but my goodness, he was so good against the Brewers, and the Brewers went out with a whimper.
You know what?
And again, the T-shirt for the Brewers is like, other than the first 4 games and the last 4 games, this was an unbelievable
best season ever.
You know what? I mean, just if you're a Brewers fan at 5 o'clock, it is the beginning of the 2026 championship season.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right?
I can't watch the World Series.
You can't?
No. Brewers aren't in it. I don't want to see it.
You know what?
There's a lot of people in your camp.
A lot of people. I'm sorry. I love baseball. And
I did too. That's not baseball.
Yeah, but I love baseball. And
the World Series isn't baseball without the Brewers in it.
No, it's not. And I am equally as disappointed, but damn, after watching what Shohei did.
He's great. He is.
I don't know if I have a rooting interest. If I had to, I'm always kidding around and go, they're from Canada. I can't root for Canadians. But
I like Vlad Guerrero.
Yeah, I want to. That's the story. I want to see those 2 behemoths.
Yeah. Oh,
they are both monsters. I think Shohei he's unworldly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Godzilla, if he met Shohei, would go, nah, I got nothing.
I'm taken.
No, you're the next one. You're next one up, Shohei, out of Japan.
Breathing fire.
Because he's unbelievable.
He is.
Yeah. He's been for a while, but now we're seeing it. Now people have more reason to hate him.
Well,
I can't hate it. You got to, like Brady, you got to admire him. All right. It's generational. Give it to him.
It's like I saw an interview with SGA from OKC, star of the NBA.
Yeah.
Hunter loves it when I do those initials like that. Gilgeous Alexander,
that's well done.
The MVP of the finals and Oklahoma City Star. He's notorious for kind of initiating contact and going to the line, driving at guys. And people say that about Giannis too, and going to the free throw line. And he was asked about it the other day, and he said, yeah, it was funny. When we were in 10th place, no one complained about it. I was going to the line 11 times a night, and no one cared. But now that we've won a championship, everybody says, hey, man, what's playing the same game?
Sure.
Right? Shohei was putting up ridiculous numbers and doing ridiculous things in Anaheim, but now he's winning, and it's more evil that he's with the Dodgers and that they're this behemoth. Right. So
I don't know. I just want to watch him play. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go out and buy an Ohtani jersey, but damn, I just want to watch him play.
Tell me how it goes. I'll call you and see how I'll listen to the show.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah. The World Series, I'll watch it. But if there's, if there's a compelling, if it's a local game, I will default to local.
Not really a rivalry. Toronto or LA is not a rivalry.
Not at all.
Nope.
No, not at all. Like, for example, you start with the Badgers, see how long they're competitive, and then flip over the World Series.
Oh, that'll be 4 seconds.
You hope longer than that.
I'm sorry. That's sad
football,
too.
because Badger basketball is tonight. And
at Badger basketball tonight at Fiserv Forum, who
are they playing?
They're playing Oklahoma, and it's an exhibition, so it doesn't really count on anything. But they're going to play it. It's like better than a closed scrimmage or something, and it's good for fans here where we are in Milwaukee who want to see the Badgers without driving to the Kohl Center. And I think for some people in Madison, it'll be a nice trip over to Milwaukee tonight. So everybody wins on that one. I like that, and I think Badger basketball is going to be good, and they will get interest out of the chute, which isn't always the case when football is playing well.
That's a good point.
So they'll have more, and it's going to seem like a breath of fresh air because there's optimism and hope around that program, whereas the football team right now is not generating a lot of those.
No.
877-794-1973 gets you in to the NicoletLaw.com talking text. I mentioned that Adam Pawlak is coming in after 4:00. I think he's going to play Figure It Out, and he will do he'll kind of hang out after that. So if you have any food-related questions for Adam Pawlak as we start to switch seasons and get into the braised meats season, KB.
If you ever had your meat braised, you know just how pleasurable that can be.
Exactly.
I did. I mean, I can tell you a few places to get it done cheaply too.
There's a
I do it at home by myself.
It's good that I have my notes.
Most of them are found at
here.
strip malls.
Yeah, that's true. I have my notes here because I mentioned yesterday, I mentioned you, Dobe.
Okay,
that
thank
you.
You
are a numerologist. You like sports numbers.
I don't know why
savant.
I do.
You're good at that, and I'm not. But Chris Middleton came back with the Wizards, and a lot of people had their number 22s, and he wore that. And the Bucks are, I'm 99% sure the Bucks are going to retire that number.
Oh, sure.
At some point,
You have to.
And Christian Yelich wears that. And we were talking about what are the great numbers in Wisconsin sports, and the number one that comes to mind, no pun intended, the first thing that comes to mind is number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Because it's retired by all the teams, Sidney Moncrief, Brett Favre, Paul Molitor, all Hall of Famers, all face of the franchise type guys.
Sure.
So that is like the great number, but it's almost like if you're Hunter's age, you might not have seen those guys play, and they're just kind of up on the wall, right? So it shifts through the years. 15, you had Cecil Cooper.
Great.
You had Bart Starr. That's a great
big
number. Is there a Bucks player who wore 15? Not that I remember.
I don't remember any. Johnny Mack wore 14.
14 for Johnny Mack. But yeah,
Bob Lanier 16.
As you think about those, Dobe, like what numbers stand out? Like what is it by sport? Like we always say 99 is hockey, 42 retired throughout baseball for Jackie Robinson, or 44 for Henry Aaron. I always like the double numbers.
Oh, great.
Badger fan Ron Dane with the 33.
Kareem 33.
33 is always good. The double numbers are cool. But how did you get to that? Like
I don't know.
Growing up, you watched it?
The numerology is a thing. I hosted a paranormal show on another station years ago, and we had a numerologist in there. And I was fascinated by that. And it's like, yeah, numerology's been along thousands of years. It's been around longer than Christianity, believe it or not. And they talked about how as people that are born on the 11th and the 22nd of a month are movers and shakers, tend to be movers and shakers in life. Now, what you guys like? Springsteen, when's his birthday? I don't even know.
September 20
something.
Yeah.
22nd,
23rd?
It might be.
Because it's 22nd. Like George Clinton, my favorite, July 22nd. Rodney
it's the
Dangerfield,
23rd.
November 22nd. Maybe
Springsteen's 23rd. Missed it by a day.
But maybe he was born at 1206. He's almost a 22.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always true when you look at some of the big people. There's an 11, there's a 22. I don't know why. Numerology follows me around. Flunked math class in high school. Couldn't do an algebra problem to save my butt, but sports numbers, that I know.
Yeah, you didn't have to anymore either. You don't have to do an algebra problem.
No, you don't.
You plan on building bridges. You might want to know some math. Sitting on the radio, not so much.
Not so much. No.
There's a school of thought, and somebody, I think it might have been the hockey draft. Like September, October are good birthdays because you're kind of ahead of
that's
that's the relative age.
That's the Malcolm Gladwell thing. And
the relative age.
Yeah, it's January. If you're January of a birth year.
Yeah.
So, for example, that happened with my son, and he was a birth year 94, but it was August, and he a kid who we played hockey with, he would have been was born 8 days later than him. Only 8 days, but in the grade after him. And we were on that borderline that had he been in a situation where, when they're 4 years old, this isn't Texas football. But they say, yeah, we think he can move along to the next grade. You're not thinking about, will he get an extra year of eligibility in high school on the hockey team, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he would have been going back for his senior year the following year, but he was out. I mean, and that's all because of that. But that's that whole tipping point, Malcolm Gladwell.
Well,
thing.
I think in the NFL, a majority of the players are born between January and March for whatever reason. Like, because of that, like a lot of parents are redshirting their kids. I was born in May. I wish my parents had redshirted me. My sister was born in December, and she tested into kindergarten early.
Wow.
And so she was always the youngest in her class, and socially and developmentally, that's not a good place.
Not
to
always
be.
a good thing.
No.
I'm a March, and I'm messed up the whole way through. You think I'd have a free ticket?
You cruise through. Yeah, come on, Dope.
I'm just lucky to be here.
See? But yeah, that is a thing. And then when parents have kids around that fall like cutoff,
so you gotta go
when
back.
Do you turn 5?
You go back question. 9 months. You say, honey, we got to do it tonight. I'm going out for oysters. We got to plant the demon seed here. We're gonna have a kid that's gonna be in the.
Yeah, fascinating.
The
All right,
demon
so
seed.
How did we get into numerology? Oh yeah, because Dobie, and we were talking about Chris Middleton yesterday, and
he'll get his number retired. He earned it with the Bucks.
Oh, no question. He was Robin to Giannis's Batman.
Yeah, absolutely
He was absolutely. And you look at the team's stats, and he's at the top of just about everything.
Wasn't he the longest tenured Buck? I thought he was.
He's right there.
Discussion. Yeah, he's in the discussion for sure. Mm-hmm. For him to be that long.
Junior Bridgman, I think, was.
And Giannis.
Giannis. Oh, Giannis now
Giannis
too. Yes.
Will forever. Junior Bridgman too.
Long time.
Another dude like that. So, yeah, that whole discussion is always fascinating. Dobie's into that, and the arcane sports trivia. We play Figure It Out later, and if there was like they have that trivia contest every year up in Stevens Point, it's a big deal.
Yeah, that's the huge one.
Yeah, I think between us, if you had us at your table, you'd have a chance between music, pop culture, comedy, of course.
Yeah,
and just
you guys know comedy,
the arcane sports stuff.
Or if even have your church trivia question, give us a call. We'll go there. We'll go anywhere now. It's not like we got anything going.
The best part is I have cousins that live in Stevens Point, and they play. And I went up there one year. The best part of that whole thing is the names of the teams.
Oh yeah.
The creativity of the names of the teams are just off the charts.
It's like fantasy football.
Oh, yeah.
And I know we went to, we would have at our church, we'd go and put a team together for church trivia all the time. And you had to wear like costumes and everything like that.
Okay.
And Drew and Drew, I don't think, Drew, did you ever play on a team with us? I don't think so. No.
No, at St. Mary's?
No. Well, anyway, Drew and I don't wear the ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
We're not dressing up or anything. Well, the team that my wife and I played on, they said we're all going as Amish.
Okay.
So
they can't go in a car then. You got to go in a buggy.
No. So they all show up. So there's 8 people on the team. 7 of them are in suspenders and blue shirts and straw hats and bonnets and everything. And then I'm just wearing my regular clothes. And people go, "Oh, you didn't dress up?" I go, "Yeah, I'm on Rumspringa." And then one year, a friend of ours brought, because you bring snacks, communion wafers.
Okay.
And we were eating taco dip with communion wafers.
Beautiful.
And they were thinking, but he got them from his brother who was a priest. He goes, "Here, this will be funny." The priest thought it was funny. The other people didn't. No, it was not. We're unconsecrated.
All right, Matt in Milwaukee on the talking text line 877-794-1973. My son was born in June, and redshirting him was the best move we made. Yeah, man. You want your be the oldest kid in the class, not the youngest.
You want to do that.
Yeah, and that's sage advice. Mailman Jeff, bet you guys would be pretty awesome in Trivial Pursuit, but could you compete with the almighty Russ Douglas?
He's good.
Douglas, he's good too.
He is very good.
But he'd be on our team because we would have, our own kind of ringers.
I can be good if I pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'm even better if I don't pay attention.
The tough part, yeah. Patton DePere, regarding the Badgers game against Oregon coming up on Saturday evening, he said the Badgers game time, this just in, Badgers game time has been changed to Saturday, 3 a.m., and it'll stream on the Comedy Channel. Now, Pat.
And then I said that's because C-SPAN 3 wouldn't take it. They wouldn't take the feed.
It is on FS1, I believe so.
Was the Wallpaper Network booked?
Oh, my God. It's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not.
We got this from Mike and Merrill regarding numbers. Wausau boy, and was a friend of mine, 00 Jim Otto.
Oh, there's a good one.
00.
Yeah.
He was the only guy they let wear 0 in the NFL for the longest time.
Ken Burrow was a wide receiver. He wore 00 for the Houston Oilers.
Yep.
Back in that Toby knows all this. What number was Billy White Shoes? Was he 84? 84. See, you know all these. Earl Campbell.
34.
All right, so Dope, what is the single greatest number in sports? We were discussing this yesterday.
Oh, in Wisconsin sports.
No, in sports.
In sports. Oh, yeah.
4 is the number in Wisconsin for sure.
12 with quarterbacks were back in the day. I got to go with that.
That's what we've been saying between Brady, Rodgers at his peak,
but
Terry Bradshaw.
But you can't
Staubach, Bradshaw.
But you can't go to others. Name me a 12 who was in hockey.
Wayne Gretzky's brother.
The good one.
The good one? No, he was.
But I mean, you can't.
It's true. Joe Namath, 12.
12. Yeah, the quarterback. That is the
But
GOAT
they're the
quarterback.
most glamorous people in sports, don't you think?
Yeah,
In
but
football.
I mean, but when you get to other things, you can't really.
Is there a baseball number like that? I don't
Phil
know. if there is.
Esposito, number 12. There you go.
Okay.
Not that many greats.
No,
And Wayne
but-
Cashman.
But you can't. With baseball, 42.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
Jackie.
you
That's one
can't-
guy.
You don't really think of baseball, but there is one. There is one now. 18. Watch this when you watch baseball next year. Japanese pitchers all try and get 18.
Why do you think that is?
Because there is a great Japanese pitcher that would be like the equivalent of us watching, whoever the greatest pitcher was, in our lifetime.
Freddie Peralta.
Okay, let's say, who's
That's for Hunter. That's for Hunter.
Okay,
I would
let's
give
say
him-
it's Mariano
Randy
Rivera,
Johnson.
right? Or Randy
Johnson.
Johnson,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
There's a Japanese pitcher that was number 18, and when the Japanese pitchers come here, they all try and get number 18. So go look up. I mean,
was Nomo 18? He might have been.
Go look this up, Hunter. Ichiro was 1, but look this up in Baseball Reference. Guys that are pitchers now that are Japanese, they all want number 18. Otani's number 17.
Yeah.
Nomo was 10. He wore 16.
But Nomo wasn't a pitcher,
16.
was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. No, I'm thinking
Yamamoto wears 18.
11.
Yamamoto wears 18.
Okay.
Daisuke Matsuzaka did. Kenta Maeda.
Go down that list. Yeah, because I read
Yoshi
that.
Kikuchi.
Mhm.
Shohei Minaga.
They all.
I never thought
Yeah.
of it. Even
No,
I
I
didn't know
mean, because it's like, I remember reading that somewhere, why
Yeah.
they all take 18. And I don't know who the pitcher is, but he's like a legend. He would be the
Yeah.
pitching equivalent of Sadahara O.
that. Okay.
For
About I'm trying to think of other, like Pele, number 10.
10.
10.
Okay.
Or what? How about Maradona? I'm trying to think of what awesome numbers are. Throw them at Dobie. You are my number expert. If any,
I don't know, man. Thank
you're the
you.
one who gets most of those.
And I don't know why. Name me Supreme Court justices. Frozen out.
No, but how about
50
like
state
the-
capitals? Nothing.
How about the Celtics starting 5 in the Havlicek era?
Okay, Havlicek, number 17. Trying to think who else.
Don Nelson. But he wasn't starting.
Don Nelson, 19. Dave Cowens, 18. JoJo White, 10.
See, he's got him.
There's another guard there too. Who was the other guard? I don't know.
It's like being out with Needles when he does the
Needles is he's in a class
card
by
trick
himself.
with the Heisman Trophy winners. It's just amazing.
No, he's a savant.
We have access to Dobie's computer, which is amazing. Hey, when we come back, we are going to welcome back to the program our returning champion, Kappa Kate, live from Madison, Sorority Sports Report. We'll catch up with Kappa Kate and find out what's going on campus and what her plans are to watch the Badgers and Ducks this weekend, and like whether she'll be at Fiserv tonight for Badger basketball or not. She comes back occasionally. Our friend Kate Sutton, Kappa Kate, is going to join us next. We're playing Figure It Out at 4:00. Adam Pawlak is going to drop on by. Dobe, you got to get to your gig.
I got to get to the gig. Thanks for letting me hang as always.
For hanging
boys.
out, buddy. Always great to see you.
Beautiful.
And you are welcome anytime in our little lounge here.
Likewise. Thank you, guys.
When we come back, we'll talk to Kappa Kate. It's Drew and KB.
for it.
Rolling you through a Friday in the good land. It is Drew and KB. It is 3:30, which means it is time for the Sorority Sports Report with our good friend Kappa Kate. Kate, welcome back. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
We're fantastic. Thank you for joining us again. When we last spoke, we were just edging into the midterm season. Is that where we're at right now? Is it midterm week? Is it getting to be crunch time?
Oh yeah, I actually just finished my accounting exam right before this. So, it's just exam after exam. Can't breathe.
You had a biz law exam after we spoke to you last week, right? Didn't you?
Yes. I can't believe you remember that. Yep.
Kate, come on. Mine like a school trip. So I have to ask, because KB has been an instructor at institutions of fine learning, including Marquette University and University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. When I was in school, Kate, my approach was that I attended every class. I've attended 95% of the classes that I paid for, 95% my attendance rate, and I did zero studying outside of class until maybe once midterm week and maybe finals week. And that was my whole MO. So answer this like your parents aren't listening, because they probably are. But what is your attendance record of actually physically going to class?
I am someone, I personally cannot miss class. My anxiety gets too bad, and I feel like I'm going to suddenly miss like the one day that it's like not optional attendance. But I mean, I will admit, if there's an optional discussion here or there on a Friday at noon, I may or may not be going to that.
That's the first flaw, is signing up for anything on Friday. I was smart enough to avoid that.
I can tell you where I had one 8 a.m. class, and that was first semester freshman year. Never again.
Oh,
and
no.
Then, oh God, no. And then you kind of work your way around. Never any on Fridays, but in terms of attendance, I don't care if my kids show up or not. But the class I teach right now is 33% of the grade is attendance, and they get 100 on all their assignments automatically. And they're just basically graded on whether they show up or not. And if they bitch about their grade, and it's like, all you had to do is come to class and talk.
I have yet to have a class like that. I need a clap for credit course or something.
You know what we did? I can tell you what we did. We colored one day.
Oh my God.
I brought in coloring pages and coloring and colors.
But
I had a PowerPoint party one day.
This is a creative class.
It's a class in creativity and creative thinking and things like that. So we do stuff. But I said, all you got to do is show up, and they still don't show up.
Well, see, that's disappointing. If I had a class where all I had to do was color, I'd be there every single time.
Yes,
exactly. All right, so Kate, is it palpable? You're in your third year now as a junior. You stroll on campus. If we just let's say we took you to a secret location for several weeks and we popped you in, could you walk around campus and say, "Oh, it's midterms week," or "Oh, it's finals week"? Is it, or does it feel the same? Is it a different vibe? We asked you the same thing about homecoming last week, but is it a different? There's
a different vibe. I will say everyone I feel like is always walking around. They have two hands in their backpack. At least that's what I was seeing this morning. And you will never find the libraries more crowded than these weeks. I'll go to the library every once in a while. It'll be dead silent. And all of a sudden I'm going in yesterday and it's completely full. I can't find a single table anywhere.
See, that was one of my tricks, because if I go to the library, I'm just trying to socialize and trying to pick up girls and stuff.
That's when we had a mixer. When we needed dates, we went to the library. But when it was crunch time, I would go and I would leave my room just to get out of the room, but I would go to just an empty classroom in a building somewhere, and I would just lock myself into a building and study alone because I couldn't get anything done in the library. That worked for me when I had to, but I basically didn't study. I was too busy going to bars and playing basketball. That was it. Your mom and dad ever send you a pizza at the library? I used to do that for my son when he was in finals. Where are you? I'm at the library. Don't lie to me. Are you at the library? Yeah. You hungry? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to send you pizza. I deliver pizza to the library.
Brian, they need to start sending me pizzas whenever I go study.
Yes.
I don't get that.
See, now that's the thing. Do your parents have the ability to track your phone?
They do. I have that Life 360 app downloaded.
Yes.
They know I am every step of the way.
Oh,
my dad will send me a screenshot, and he'll I'm out at like 2 a.m. He's like, "So when are you deciding to go home tonight?"
Man, I don't know if I would want that.
No,
as a parent, I wouldn't.
No, yeah.
Well, no, it's just, I can understand
see why you would.
But I'll tell you, you'll learn this, Kate, when you become a parent, is that when your kids are gone, you don't worry about them. When they come home, you're up all night.
That's true.
That's true. I get that. But as a college student, I'd rather not be the one getting tracked.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're talking to Kappa Kate, Sorority Sports Report. Badgers play Saturday night against Oregon, and when the Badgers are on the road, is it still a thing? We know about the pregame, and we've talked to you about the parties and stuff on Langdon, your sorority and fraternity friends. But what's it like when the Badgers are on the road? This year and like last year might be different, but do people gather and watch games together, or is that background while you're pre-gaming to go out for your normal Saturday night activities on a non-football Saturday in Madison? What's the dynamic?
So it depends on where you go. I know that some fraternities, they'll actually put up like a big jumbo screen. So like the game will be playing in the background while everyone's together. Bars, every single bar in Madison, make sure that they're playing it. So a lot of kids, like I've noticed Brats, in case you haven't been, they have a beautiful patio. Everyone's always gathered around outside out there watching the game. But I will say this year, not sure if maybe we're going to be playing it everywhere as much because it might hurt a little bit to watch. But overall, we try to make sure that we're still festive while it's a game day.
Our theory is that the Badgers are playing basketball tonight at Fiserv against Oklahoma at an exhibition game, and that there will be more attention to the basketball program early than there would be because of football and the way that they're struggling right now, is that people will be more excited. Is that, can you corroborate this? Do you think, are you getting that sense too, that people are kind of excited for hoops?
Oh, yes. Every conversation that I've had with my friends, especially like while I'm in classes and we're talking about what games we're watching, we started to talk about basketball and focus on that a little bit more. My friends went to a scrimmage the other day that they had. Who goes to a scrimmage? I was unaware that that was a thing, but a bunch of people went to scrimmages. That's how excited we are for the basketball season.
There you go. It's validating our theories, KB. This is awesome.
How about the women's volleyball team? Tough ticket?
Yes. The women's volleyball team has always just been such an incredible team to watch. So everyone wants to go. We have such a stacked roster that everyone's going to try and either watch it live or they're going to try and get into the field house to go watch them play live.
I do. I mean, I watch a lot of women's volleyball now. I just find it to be a great sport. It's enjoyable.
Fantastic. Spectator sport, no question.
So, hey, you know what happened? Your mom told us, Kate, that your roommate, her boss, wanted to know who Kappa Kate was. So you are becoming... This shows you the tentacles of the Drew and KB show throughout the Madison community, that you are now becoming very well known.
Well, my roommate's actually probably giggling in the other room. She's listening to me live right now, and she was the one that was super excited.
Tell her to come in.
I love it. That's
Ruby,
fantastic.
you want to come in? Come
on in.
This is my roommate.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Your boss is a Kappa Kate fan. So are we.
Huge fan. He was raving about her.
Well, yeah.
It made me feel real special, gotta say.
I mean, now we're starting to think that, maybe Drew and KB need to do a show from Madison.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing. We have to
I think you should make another special appearance. I had a great time when you were over at Buffalo Wings.
Bring Pat McCurdy along.
Yeah, we'll just make it a party. We'll make it a road trip.
Kappa KB? No, I don't think that.
Kappa KB, no.
Although,
no.
You'll be an honorary member for the day.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. All right, Kate. So the big story in sports this week has to do with the NBA and gambling. And we were talking about it earlier amongst ourselves. But I'm wondering, when you're out and this is a thing that young guys, high school, college age, are getting hooked on this stuff. Mm-hmm. Are you aware, are guys that you know and that you see around glued to their phones, reacting to a touchdown late in the Rutgers Maryland game that they normally wouldn't? Are you aware of this? Have you seen it?
Yes, I think it's a pretty widespread thing around campus. I think it's on all college campuses, no matter what. I think a lot of people have been getting into a lot more sports betting, especially with the NFL. Fantasy football is one thing. People trying to brush it off as that. But sports betting is not fantasy football. It's a completely different thing, and the anxiety is increased. You can tell who does it and who does.
I was going to say, it's pretty much a tell if guys are glued to a game like on the West Coast late and they're watching, Oregon State, Utah, and then they sweating the number, the total, or
they're waiting for their loan check money to come in.
Oh man. So you are seeing that. Yeah, that's the other thing. Now, the other question I have to ask is I remember because my kid went to Brookfield East, not your Central. She was a rival. But I would drop her off at school and be stunned. It'd be the middle of January, and dudes would be walking into high school wearing shorts. And I'm like, does that translate to campus too? KB is like the last guy around here to put pants on when it gets cold.
Long
Billy
pants.
Schmidt. Long pants.
Long
pants,
pants, and it's Billy. But
shorts.
yes, we know what you mean.
But has that trend continued? Is that still
Yes,
like
but
dudes wearing shorts everywhere?
I will admit, I feel like it's almost a telltale sign of who's a freshman in college and
there
who
we
is
go.
not. If you're a freshman in college, you are still showing up in like the Nike shorts when it's 30 degrees outside. But I feel like as you start to age, that's when it's like, oh, we start to mature a little bit more and realize maybe we can put some pants on when it's below freezing degrees.
What is the telltale sign for a woman who's a freshman? Because when I was in school, if they still had a purse.
Really?
If they had a no, it's like if they had a purse or went out to the bar with a purse or a wallet or something like that, it's like, oh, freshman,
See,
and then when it just got.
I think that's changed because girls on campus, it's a big thing to bring a tote bag. It's a rare occasion I'm seeing girls wear backpacks anymore. And the ones that I do see do tend to be more freshmen. So I feel like apparently the times and the trends have flipped.
I mean, I'm saying going out to the bars.
Oh, wow.
Oh, to the bars.
If they were going out to the bars and they had a purse, you were going, okay, freshman.
There's certain outfits. There's certain corset tops that are bought from Urban Outfitters or something like that. That tends to be a telltale sign. You begin to grow out of that as you get older. But honestly, other than that, it depends on what you wear.
See, accessorizing, KB, you fashion plate.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that's
all right. Well, Kappa Kate, other than your the rest of the midterm stuff, what's on your plate this weekend? You gonna watch the Badgers? You gonna watch like the World Series? Any of that stuff on your menu for this weekend?
Personally, once the Brewers lost, I lost interest in baseball. I'm a diehard Brewers fan. I don't need to watch it if they're not in it. However, I do plan on going to Iowa this weekend. Funny enough, I'm going to be watching the Iowa-Minnesota game, getting along with my friends from high school. But I do plan to watch the Badger game from my phone as long as I can.
Outstanding. It's always fun to invade other campuses and see what life is like there.
Oh, yeah.
And the shocking realization that it's pretty much the same. It's just
everywhere.
It's
just with a different.
I'll stay biased though. I think Madison definitely has the best festivities beforehand.
All right. Well, safe travels to Iowa, and we will catch up with you next week. Thanks for doing the sorority sports report with us.
Thanks, Kate.
The very popular Kappa Kate.
Thanks for bringing your roommate in.
Yes, we appreciate you. All right.
Have a nice day, guys.
You too. Kappa Kate Sutton, our campus correspondent, sorority sports report with Kappa Kate. Adam Pawlak's going to join us next. He is here for the 4:00 hour. We'll be living the high life with our celebrity chef pal, and we got to catch up with him. And we're going to play a little Figure It Out at 4:00 as well. And once again, we're done at 5:00 today because Tim Allen and Hunter are talking some serious baseball, and they are going through with a fine-tooth comb the comments from Matt Arnold and Pat Murphy yesterday during the farewell to the season press conference at American Family Field. You're listening to Drew and KB.
Stay tuned. Drew and KB will be back in just a moment. It's finally here. Aaron Rodgers against his old team.
This is not a revenge game for me. I'm just excited to see some of those guys and be on Sunday Night Football again.
Both the Packers and Steelers trying to earn their 5th win of the season.
We've got a lot of respect and love for Aaron. I mean, what he's done here is a Hall of Famer. Like our past together, we had a lot of great moments, but this game is not about that. It's about going to Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football. Our guys will be jacked up. Their guys will be jacked up. It's about the Green Bay Packers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It all goes down Sunday night. Drew and KB are getting you ready all afternoon on the game.
I'm Rudd Lewis with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Week 8 of the NFL season kicked off in Los Angeles, but the Chargers made easy work of the Vikings, 37-10. Justin Herbert tossed 3 touchdowns in the victory. Second-year back Kamani Vidal found the end zone and racked up 117 yards on the ground to help LA keep pace with the Broncos and Chiefs in the AFC West. Meanwhile, in our nation's capital, Jaden Daniels did not practice on Thursday and will not play Monday night against the Chiefs per head coach Dan Quinn. In Tennessee, the Titans placed L'Jarius Sneed on injured reserve Thursday, sidelining the star cornerback for at least the next 4 games. Sneed suffered a quad injury in the third quarter of Tennessee's 31-13 loss to the New England Patriots in Week 7. Better news for a pair of starting quarterbacks trying to get back into the win column. Both Jackson Dart and Tua Tagovailoa were full participants during their respective practices on Thursday. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives. On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Watch me. Want to watch Drew and KB?
Those little Easter eggs that we're throwing on the stream are a lot of fun.
They're live on YouTube, Facebook, and X right now. Just search 97.3 The Game.
iHeartRadio. Here are the top Michael Jackson songs you've thumbed up. Number 3, The Way You Make Me Feel. Number 2, Beat It. Number 1, Billie Jean. Hear more from Michael Jackson and similar artists now. Search for Michael Jackson on iHeartRadio. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
It's the Friday edition. Drew and KB bringing it to you. Thanks to Kappa Kate for joining us. Kate Sutton. She's delightful. Fun to talk to. Hunter is here, monitoring NicoletLaw.com, talking text line 877-794-1973. And we welcome to the party Adam Pawlak, chef to the stars, friend of the program, and a guy who lives the high life with us thanks to Miller High Life, the champagne of beer since 1903. How's it going, Adam?
It's doing good. How we doing, boys?
He's doing good.
Spectacular.
All the money High Life gives, we just give it back.
Yeah, basically.
Buy bottles.
By that girl in the moon, my seductress.
And
Can't
it's
resist
Friday.
it.
It's not Wednesday. So now we really will be drinking High Lifes,
Very
and
true.
everyone should be drinking High Lifes.
Very true. I have to give a shout out to Adam and by extension, Alex and the staff at Egg and Flour for a wonderful dinner just a week ago tonight. I stopped and picked up dinner for friends. We were having a little gathering.
That's right. I guess this segment.
Everyone was just raving about the homemade pasta at Egg and Flour.
Yeah, KB, you got to Drew. He just texts me and goes, I'm going to put a really big order in. What time should I do that?
Yeah, because I didn't want to do it during the lunch rush. I wanted to wait, but I wanted them to have time to make it, and it was ready when I walked in.
Got it always. My brother holds down.
spectacular.
Alex holds it down.
Alex holds it down.
I know what they're doing.
That staff they've got it. They've got it going.
They're good, and I appreciate the support.
No question. And I appreciate the
time for
delicious pasta.
Right? I mean, it's
really
getting
is
cold. Let's get fat, people.
It really is, man. And,
or fatter. Let's
Yes.
just get bigger than we already are.
And the number one favorite, of course, well, in addition to the lobster mac and cheese, which is a Friday staple, but it was Adam's special. Your menu item. Your
yes,
self-indulgent.
with the burrata ball.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah.
That was numero uno.
Next time, just try to add have you ever heard of the secret menu items at a Jimmy John's or something where they call it Chuck Norris is all the meats plus the tuna and everything on it?
Wow.
Have
No,
you
I
ever
didn't know they
ordered
had that.
Oh, dude, walk into a Jimmy John's, say I want the Chuck Norris, see what they do. I guarantee.
They'll be mad.
No, they'll just be like, oh man, all right, that'll be like a $60 sandwich. Well, I want to have one at Egg and Flour that is like the Adam with the burrata, but then you got to add chicken or grilled chicken, crispy chicken, and meatballs to it, and see if you can take it down. Secret menu item, people.
I love that.
We need a name for it though.
Yeah, we'll have to think of something. You can't call it. Oh, there's a
the heart attack.
I was going to say the heart attack. Frank's Diner in Kenosha has the garbage plate that they're famous for.
Sure.
You got to have like a catchy name. But that challenge, I like that idea of the challenge.
I would love to have maybe I'll do this. I mean, look out for this in 26, but for my Cooking for Kids charity foundation, have a pasta eating contest.
Ooh.
That'd be fun, right?
I think
Even
so.
to watch people eat gross amounts of pasta. Would you do that, KB?
There is,
you know what you have. Okay.
You're like
no,
getting
yeah.
sick.
What if you did a spaghetti sucking contest?
Oh, Jesus.
One noodle at a time. No, it's not. You can just sit there and stuff your mouth full of pasta.
Yeah.
But you have to do a whole plate going.
You got to be careful with the gluttonous events
One
because
at a
radio
time.
stations have tried to do that. Like who can drink the most water? And
Yeah,
people
you
have,
can't
like,
do. This would not be a radio station sponsored event.
No, definitely
No,
not.
definitely not,
It'd
but-
be Egg and Flour would sponsor the pasta going into all the people,
But you look at it and you go, well, no wonder the rest of the world hates us. We have entire networks dedicated to stuff they don't have, that being food.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
and not just like a normal plate of food,
And
but
then-
just
like Adam Richmond going in and
Yeah,
when he
Man
would do
versus Food.
Man versus Food, and
Yeah.
it's like, here's a 96-ounce hamburger.
Well,
and it's like
speaking of that
could have fed a village.
Yeah, speaking of that, New York City tomorrow, boys.
Yeah.
Woo.
Get the bell going.
Oh, baby.
So if you're not already following, follow along on my Instagram account.
Got
We're
you.
going to hit 7 to 8 restaurants a day for 4 days straight in New York City, the Big Apple.
Oh, unbelievable. Now you have some that you got to hit every time, right? Like a Ray's or
do.
that burger place.
We will. Hamburger America. I'll probably make a stop. There's a place called Gray's Papaya that needs to be hit every time we go. This time I'm going back to Katz's. I took a break last time, but we're for sure going to go there. They have a killer hot dog there that's like under the radar.
It's like a beef. Oh, it's got to be all beef, right?
Yeah,
Katz's?
and it's just like so. Like a place is good, but if a place is really good, like so many options are good. You know what I'm saying? When you have a problem to what to order, you're in a good restaurant other than just going to a place and getting the one thing that they're known for or whatever,
Really quick, I know the Carnegie Deli's closed, but what was better, Katz's or Carnegie?
It was always Carnegie, and then there was another place called
Stage? No.
Yeah, that might be one too. But like honestly, people don't really know this, but Katz's was like 3 or 4 on the list before all the big ones really closed.
That's a good point.
And then they're like, well,
we'll get back.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The place is awesome. The aesthetic, how they do it. So if people don't know, this is a good pro tip for Katz's. If
There
you
you
want to
go.
know, you stand in line.
All right.
Figure it out is next.
Here
We'll
we
be
go.
right back.
Oh,
97.3 The Game. This is what's trending in Milwaukee now.
The Wisconsin men's basketball season unofficially tips off tonight with an exhibition game against the Oklahoma Sooners at Fiserv.
Bring me down my lolly beach and dump the sucker out. Burn me to a rotten crisp and toast me for a while. I can really give a shit, I'm going outside.
It's the Friday edition. Drew and KB bringing it to you across the good land and on the iHeartRadio app as well. KB has stepped out for the day. I'm even surprised he worked today.
He's
Hunter
done.
and I were expecting him to be gone. Dobie Maxwell was with us. He has stepped out. Adam Pawlak, our celebrity chef friend, is taking over.
He didn't like my spaghetti comment.
Yeah, Adam is here.
Left.
And then we welcome, because
He
it's
got mad.
figure it out time. We've got Andrew Ludwig
Hello.
from the No BS program mornings here.
Oh,
And we've got the promotions queen back, our returning champion, Alex Poole.
Hey,
is
hey,
back
hey.
with us. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Fantastic. So we always take food questions when Adam visits, and you can get them to us at 877-794-1973, NicoletLaw.com talk and text line. Chris in the Bend actually did that.
send them in.
Sent us a picture of some tenderloins that he's been rubbing and getting ready to prepare.
He's been what?
He wants
They
some
look
help.
beautiful.
Yes, they do. They look pretty good. But Alex comes in and asks Adam if he teaches cooking classes, because Alex, you are in the market for some education.
Listen, I don't cook. And my friend always makes fun of me for not cooking. And I'm like, listen, my mom married a man that could cook, and I followed in her footsteps. So I'll clean, but cook, no, I won't do that. So I asked Adam for
You
some
won't,
tips.
or you'll
All right.
learn?
What's that?
Are you willing to learn?
Possibly.
Well, all right. So Adam,
Possibly said no.
if there was that division of labor, because I hate like scrubbing pots.
I do it all,
hate
Drew.
You do it all. I know.
do it
So
all.
people who are in the industry, it's just part of it. And the whole clean as you go thing is you're cooking.
Yeah,
you can
that's
put stuff
good.
Away. That's a good method. But if it was a division of labor like that, I would take the cooking part of it and
Oh,
not
for
the
sure.
cleaning part of it, because that's the fun part.
Well, there's a fun story about that, is how I came up in the cooking world. I would cook meals at my dad's house in Shorewood when I lived with him. And he was like, you cook, go crazy, whatever you want to make, and I'll clean up and do all the dishes. And there was no better deal than that.
That is
and that was
fantastic.
the last time I ever had someone clean up after me.
That's amazing. All right. So then when you come up through the minor leagues of the culinary world,
Yep.
you're just like, you're chopping stuff and you're chopping onions and you're doing all that. Like that's the
Well, think
peeling
about how many
potatoes.
days I walked in and they're like, you're not on the line today, but the dishwasher called out. So you could do dishes for like a half hour, please?
Oof.
All the time.
That's a character builder.
It's okay.
But you got to pay your dues, right? You got to pay your dues. You
course.
got to know how everything works. And that whole chopping stuff, your knife skills, I figure you got to be on point after what? 2 shifts? You're an expert, right?
No, it took me a little bit, but my practice was cutting cases of mushrooms for soup. They had a mushroom soup on the menu at the restaurant, and my job was to cut all the mushrooms down. So like 50 pounds every 2 days.
Oh man.
That's a good way to learn how to use a knife, because they're like easier to cut through. You know, it's like people say onions or whatever, but like the technique of cutting an onion is kind of like, it's a little difficult if you want to do it the right way, but like zucchini, squash, mushrooms, those easy things, that's a good way to learn how to
How
use
many
a
times coming up did you cut yourself? I have a theory that all chefs have like calluses and that they could probably take a blade to the hand without slicing off a
I
finger.
have two. I have two in my whole career in 20 years. I have one on a meat slicer, and I have one. I was cutting a block of cheddar cheese, and I just like nicked my finger. You can actually see the stitch line, and I think my finger's bent forever.
Oh my!
Other than that, I cut my hands a lot. The most I cut my hands on are those aluminum containers with the lids, like the catering lids.
Yes.
I cut myself all the time on that, so be careful.
Be
But other
careful,
than that, an
folks.
actual knife,
All right.
no.
That, and you guys don't need oven mitts because for some reason you have Kevlar hands and can hold hot stuff.
Yeah, they're messed up.
See, cooking is dangerous.
It is. That's why Alex
Yeah.
doesn't do it.
But
Yeah,
it's tasty.
I
But
fear
it's
that I
tasty.
would
It's
kill
worth
someone.
it.
Like
The results are
food,
worth it.
You'd
might
probably
die.
kill yourself before you killed someone else. So,
No, because I'll have somebody else taste
Self-error.
test it.
oh, you're talking about the food. I was talking about burning yourself or
Oh,
burning the
yeah.
house down. Who knows?
All right. Time to play a little Figure It Out. Luddy, let's tell people about this game of ours.
Figure It Out is presented by Great Midwest Bank. Great Midwest Bank has been your local banking expert since 1935. From buying to renovating, they offer common sense solutions for your mortgage and deposit needs. Visit greatmidwestbank.com to get started today. Adam, this I believe is your first time playing.
I have no idea what we're doing.
Okay, great. Figure It Out is a fast-paced trivia game consisting of 3 rounds of 5 questions per round. A correct answer is worth 1 point, though in round 3, you get 2 points.
Okay.
After 3 rounds, there's a final Jeopardy question, just like standard Jeopardy. to buzz in. We don't have buzzers. I don't think we're ever going to get them.
The bell. If
Yeah.
he's the only one that can answer is Drew because he has the bell.
Instead, just say your name out loud, and then you get a chance to guess. You only get one guess per round.
I like how we go from a 420 segment to like a fast-paced trivia thing where I have to think.
Yes.
Well, 420 is 14 minutes from right now, so
We'll get there. Don't worry. Since Adam is in and he is our favorite chef, today's word is burger, meaning that the final answer of each round will contain the word burger.
I'm so bad at this stuff.
It's all good, man.
It's rigged.
Is it?
anyway.
It's not just me though. It's everyone, right?
Yeah,
everyone.
Hunter's playing.
Oh, perfect.
Alan's
Okay,
playing.
okay.
Adam's
If you know an
playing,
answer-
Drew's
If
playing.
you know it, you
Or
do it.
just Adam
Say
by
your
himself.
name.
Go.
Got it.
All right.
That's right.
We ended last week with Michael Caine, so that's where we will pick up and continue with the first question. Often playing a Cockney, which I don't know and I'm not going to look up. It's just a funny word. Michael Caine made his breakthrough in the 1960s with starring roles in British films such as Zulu and The Italian Job. The Italian Job is a 1969 British caper film, a British comedy caper film. This Italian mobster movie saw an actress in the film win the Academy Award for Best Actress. The film is based on New York crime reporter Nicholas Pileggi's book. Martin Scorsese, the director of the film, received the Career Golden Lion at the 1995 Venice Film Festival. Filming happened at night at the Riviera in Las Vegas, with the nearby defunct Landmark Hotel as the entrance. The film was released in 1995.
Drew.
Casino. Correct.
I thought the answer had to have the word hamburger.
No,
in it.
only the
No,
last
the
word.
the fifth one, right?
Yeah,
Only the fifth in the category.
Oh, dude, I was
You're
so
just waiting for
confused.
burger.
Wait,
Jesus.
who is the actress?
The casino. He said yes, that's correct. I'm like, wait a second.
You know, the casino burger.
Yes.
What was her name? Drew. Lead actress in
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
she
the
did.
one who uncrossed her legs. Is that the lady?
Yeah,
Yes.
she played a really good, being on drugs.
That's a good movie.
It is a phenomenal. It's one of my top 5 favorites.
All the blueberries, baby. Enough blueberries in the muffins.
Each muffin is equal.
Same amount.
The city of Milwaukee is indirectly connected through the character of Sam Ace Rothstein, played by De Niro in the film Casino. The WIAA high school football playoffs start this evening in the Milwaukee area and throughout the state of Wisconsin. This Milwaukee area high school hosts Wausau High School DC Everest in the first round of the playoffs. The Milwaukee area high school's music department received the Grammy Signature Gold Award in the spring of 1999. They started playing in the Braveland Conference and did so until 1993. 4 years later, the school moved from the Woodland to the Greater Metro Conference, where they still play today. Notable alumni include current NFL player Mike Hoffman, musician Pat McCurdy, and former state senator Leah Vukmir.
Drew. Brookfield East.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say Brookfield Central.
I'm
Go
so
Tomahawk
glad
tonight.
this doesn't
Who
matter.
they got in the first round?
Amro.
Tomahawk Amro. Oh, love it.
Throw out the
Brookfield
records.
East,
Tomahawk is a
interesting.
1 seed this year. They're good.
Wow. Wouldn't you still love to be on the call?
Yeah, they're good.
Brookfield East rival is the Brookfield Central High School Lancers, also located in Brookfield. Brookfield Central lost the 2006 Division II state championship to the Franklin Sabres 36-29 in overtime. Former Brookfield Central Lancers and at the time Wisconsin Badgers Joe Thomas and Ben Strickland watched their alma mater fall as they watched from the sidelines. Ben Strickland is now the head coach at this Wisconsin high school. In 2005, the school received a cease and desist order on the grounds that its mascot was copyrighted material of Illinois State University. In 2016, Newsweek included the Brown County School on its list of best high schools for low-income students. The school is a member of the Fox River Classic Conference, and its athletic teams are nicknamed the Redbirds.
Hunter. De Pere.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey now.
Wild
Well
guess.
done, Hunter.
I am so far away from answering any of these
Adam,
questions.
you're good. You're
We'll
good.
get closer to Milwaukee.
Yeah,
They're
Hunter, like-
more-
The
Give
closer
me
we
a
get
food
to
question or something.
yeah,
dude.
we're getting there.
the closer we get to 420, the better Adam will play. Just
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Just saying.
I'm trying to keep up with the storyline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gets you.
Yeah, it bobs and weaves and twists.
I've
Very
heard that
much
in the comments section. De Pere High School and West De Pere High School are the two public high schools in the city of De Pere. I also learned today that West De Pere is not a city. I went, shut up, that's not a city. I'm just gonna no. So there's two high schools in the city of De Pere. New York City has 534 public high schools. This television station is headquartered out of New York City. As of November 2023, the cable television station is available to approximately 68 million pay television households in the United States, down from its 2011 peak of 99 million households. Launched on April 1st, 1991, the channel carries programming in the form of original, licensed, and syndicated television series, stand-up specials, and feature films. They're Alex.
Is it MTV?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Adam. Netflix.
Incorrect.
That was way after 1991.
They are owned by Paramount Skydance Corporation through its network division, MTV Entertainment Group. The station has been a target of criticism for some advocacy groups, including the Parents Television and Media Council. The PTMC criticizes their programming not merely for mature content.
Oh, I know what it is.
But also for what they perceive as bigotry and blasphemy.
Damn it, I know.
Blasphemy.
I guess.
Hunter?
Comedy Channel?
That's not it. No,
so close. You got the
Central.
Yeah, well, I'm going to allow it. Let's
allow it. He caught himself. He said Central.
Comedy Channel.
I don't know. Something
Comedy
like that.
Channel. Yeah, that wasn't even close. I might as well get it for thinking of the right answer. If that he's gonna get it.
Comedy Channel? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Movie Channel?
Yeah, movie channel. Right.
Well, they used
Sports
to have
channel.
like
ESPN's the sports channel.
Speaking of movie channel, came in here this morning at 5:00 whatever. I look at the TV to my left and I see Comedy Central. I look at the TV to my right and I go TV Land. And I went, who the hell spent the night here?
Yes.
I now
Did you
notice that
look
we
under
still
the
don't have
desk?
sports
It's
stations
all-
out in here.
It's the
that's KB, man.
yeah. It's
So
the
what do we-
Easter eggs, as he puts it in the
Yeah,
video
Easter
stream.
eggs.
That you
You
can
just
watch on
burning,
YouTube,
you just
Facebook,
burning
and
down the studio one day at a
Yeah,
time.
it's into that. Yeah.
Well, that'll happen at 4:20 one of these days.
One of these days.
The movie Pulp Fiction never aired on Comedy Central. Pulp Fiction includes this fictional fast food restaurant in the film.
Hunter.
Got it.
Hunter.
No, Adam.
Burger King.
Oh, no.
No, I got it.
Adam's got it.
Kahuna Burger.
Big Kahuna Burger. Yes.
Let's
Adam's
go.
on the board.
Good job, Adam.
I'm on the board, baby.
Yes. First food question.
Good
He gets
question.
I know.
Not a coincidence.
We can't talk about the scene, but it was a good one.
it right. Alex, you
Yo.
have no points.
Oh,
Hunter and Drew, you have 2. Adam, you have 1. Let's move
Let's
on
go.
to round 2.
this is rigged.
Multiple real restaurants have featured a Big Kahuna Burger on their menu, including a restaurant in Quentin Tarantino's hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee. Until 1998, the University of Tennessee football team used to compete for a trophy called the Barrel against this fellow Southeastern Conference school. Volunteer fans in Knoxville can drive across state lines to be at the rival SEC campus in about 3 hours for this Saturday's tilt. It is the institution with the highest enrollment in the state, with just under 36,000 students as of fall 2024. Students at the university compete as Wildcats. In 1930, then high school coach Adolph Rupp was hired as a basketball coach and worked in the capacity for 42 years.
Hunter. Kentucky.
Yeah.
Way to go, Hunter.
I like how Hunter says
He's on a
all
run.
Here's
I
his,
think
like,
he knows all the
question.
questions.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Kentucky?
He knows all the questions, and he threw Comedy Channel out there to just stump us to make it look like he didn't know.
I don't put
Yeah.
it past Hunter at this point.
I am
Whatever it takes to
notoriously
win,
bad
right?
at this.
Yeah. The University of Kentucky boasts numerous national championships, with its latest coming in spring 2021 in women's volleyball for the fall 2020 season. On January 26, 2020, this person died. At the time of his death, they were working on a children's book aimed at Hunter.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Hunter's on a roll right now.
Wait, what
He's
did he
like
die?
bored. I think he's playing another trivia game at the same time.
January
Killing it.
26, 2020.
Oh, 26. Okay.
Yeah. I was in a Starbucks. We had just beaten Portland State the night before. I wasn't hungover whatsoever.
Mhm.
And some guy must have saw my NAU basketball hoodie on and turned his laptop and said, dude. And that's how I found out Kobe Bryant had died.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was on my way to a musical in Chicago.
Shocker, you were going to a musical on a weekend.
Oh.
Kobe Bean Bryant was born on August 23rd, 1978 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is home to many major companies and corporations. This chain was founded in 1962 in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and was headquartered out of Philadelphia until 21 days ago when it went bankrupt. GNC formed a partnership in January 1999, adding GNC stores within roughly 1,500 pharmacies. The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in October 2023 due to a large debt load, thousands of lawsuits alleging involvement in the opioid crisis, and failed restructuring. At its peak, the former drugstore chain operated more than 5,000 stores. But they're all closed now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So maybe you guys will remember 21 days ago when there was still some. 5.
I'll just say Adam.
4. Adam.
I don't know if they're still open. They probably are. CVS.
Incorrect.
Alex. Is it Walgreens?
Yeah, they're still around.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
was
figured.
there this morning. That's crazy. If it was Walgreens.
Right.
There's one close by me, so I didn't know.
Jewel Osco?
Hunter or Drew? You got
I
to
have
guess.
no idea. Pass.
What?
Hunter, Jewel Osco.
There we
Incorrect.
go. Sorry,
Rite
Hunter.
Aid.
Rite
Oh.
Aid.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Are there any?
What is it? Rite Aid?
Milwaukee?
Rite Aid.
Not anymore.
I thought they like merged with Walgreens or something. Or sorry.
Are we getting false information?
Let's move on.
Okay.
Alex Grass founded the chain as Thrifty Discount Center in Scranton in September 1962 until the name changed to Rite Aid in 1968. Yeah, whoever wrote this. Jesus.
What are we
The Milwaukee
doing
Bucks and Phoenix Suns were added to the NBA prior to the 1968-69 season. The Seattle Supersonics and this other team were expansion teams the year prior in 1967. Like the Supersonics, they do not play in the city they were founded, but they do still use their original nickname to this day. The team's colors are red, black, gray, and white. The two-time NBA champions G League team is the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. The team's current
head coach was arrested. Portland Trailblazers?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Adam. Atlanta Hawks?
Incorrect.
It's going off the color of the.
I know.
Yeah.
He said G League. I want you to finish the question.
The team's current head coach is Ime Udoka.
Drew. Oh, that's the Rockets.
That is the Rockets.
You
I was just
stole
going
my-
off of red colored jerseys.
Yikes. I'm at 0, so huh?
You're killing it. Wait,
Killing
weren't
it,
you the
Pooley.
champion coming into this?
He's won before.
Listen, don't worry about it, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right. Hey, I got 1 point. That's all I'm going to say. I'm on the board.
All right, Letty.
The 1996-97 Houston Rockets season ended with a 4-2 series loss to the Utah Jazz on May 29th. 51 days later, this film was released by Paramount Pictures. The film received mixed reviews from critics and grossed $23.7 million. In the years after its release, the film received a cult following. A sequel was released on November 22nd, 2023 on Paramount+. The film is a spin-off of a comedy sketch from the Nickelodeon.
Alex.
Good
burger.
Yep.
Jeez, here we go.
I didn't know there was a sequel. How did I miss that?
Home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? I met him at
I
the
didn't know
Super
that was
Bowl.
the last round where
Phil
we were
Mitchell.
thinking burger.
Yeah, it's the 5th question. See, that's
Yeah,
the-
I was
the
thinking
hidden
that
thing of
time.
this.
You were making fun of me, so I had to lock in, Adam.
I like that.
Tied for last place are Adam and Alex.
Let's go.
In second is Drew with 3 and Hunter in the commanding lead, not so much with 4.
With 4, but
Okay.
hey, this third round is double points.
Yeah, so
There
you
you
get
go.
2 points.
So you can
in
make
round
up
3.
Yeah, so,
round in a
yes,
quick manner.
fortunes have been won and lost in round.
So how many
3.
questions to a round?
5.
Oh,
And
forever.
The 5th question
Okay.
has burger in it, right?
This is true.
Hold on, let me check.
So
Right,
many.
Yep, yeah, it does.
You and him, I don't know.
Yeah.
420.
Oh, no, 420.
Oh,
We
it's
interrupt
420.
this spirited game of Figure It Out
So
brought to
low
us by
today.
Great Midwest Bank. And we pause for the cause, and that cause is to say it's 420. What are you, high?
Are you high? You're huffing grass?
Yes, indeed. It's brought
Pretty
to us
high.
by our pals at happyplacehemp.com. That's happyplacehemp.com. Purveyors of the best CBD products found anywhere. They ship everywhere in the state of Wisconsin. Everywhere. And if you use the code Drew and KB, you get 25% off your order every time. Check them out. Happyplacehemp.com. KB's not here. We're not doing a story. Just be sure and check out happyplacehemp.com.
No, I mean,
Unless
well
you've got
said.
a What Are You High story.
And you want me to do one?
Later
I don't
tonight.
know.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I will. Probably, yeah.
Like the chef walks into a radio station, right?
Yeah.
No, that's the whole story.
All right. Well, if you really want one, I just grabbed one from one of KB's sites.
Of course.
13-year-old boy had to have major surgery in New Zealand.
Not a good
Because-
start, Drew.
because he made a purchase on Temu and he ingested 80 to 100 of something. Guess what he ate?
Legos.
No, good guess though.
Oh. Toy trains.
Not toy train.
Tylenol.
No. This
He
kid
ordered
had
this
a,
on Temu?
He might be-
Was it
Wait,
plastic?
he's not dead though.
he had a no, he did not, but he had to
Okay.
have emergency surgery. Let's just say he had a magnetic personality.
No.
80 to 100 small magnets that he
Oh.
purchased on
Is he
Temu.
okay? Before we
He
start
ate them.
making fun of
Yes,
this?
he's okay. They had to remove part of his bowel,
Oh, geez.
but swallowing 100 small magnets, not a great idea.
At 13.
Why?
Buddy.
And,
Way better story if he was like 25, but you asked the 13-year-old, what do you got?
Jeez Louise.
I don't know, man.
Don't
This
even know
almost
if I
felt
can
like
hit
a
the button.
Tide Pod type thing.
No, we say, what are the
Listen.
parents high for letting their
Yes.
kid doing that?
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Jeez.
13 years old. The young man's going to recover, but it was quite the surgery. He had part of his bowel removed. And, how
He's
do you
never hanging up a
how do
picture
you
on
stop?
the
And it's a great
refrigerator.
X-ray too of the guy eating the,
He's
the
hanging
magnets
himself.
because they were still kind of like connected and like.
Oh,
How
man.
does that work? Taking X? Does that like,
Not good. But anyway, to that
Your
kid, we
final
say, "What are you
destination.
high?"
What are you high?
Are you high? You're huffing grass.
13-year-old boy in New Zealand eating 100 small magnets purchased on Temu. The fact that they're purchased on Temu is even
They're cheap.
Irrelevant.
layer. Irrelevant, but it
Story.
adds to the layer of humor there.
Yeah.
HappyPlaceHemp.com, code Drew and KB, 25% off every order you make.
And if you are, you probably thought that story was funny. So
True. Luddy, back to you.
All right, round 3, 2 points going forward. Alex, you have 1. Adam, you have 1. Hunter, you have
4.
3. And Hunter, you have 4. Drew, you have 3.
Yep.
Most of Good Burger's scenes were recorded along Glendora Avenue in West Covina, California. West Covina is located 19 miles due east of downtown Los Angeles. 19 miles due east of downtown Milwaukee would be in the middle of Lake Michigan. 19 miles due west of downtown Milwaukee. It was originally organized as a town in 1840 and later as a city in 1999. They are the headquarters of Harkin, a manufacturer of sailboat and yacht gear. Adam?
Waukesha?
Incorrect. Close. They're a manufacturer of they're the headquarters of Harkin, who manufactures sailboat and yacht gear. The city's school's superintendent is Mike Cady. The school district's motto is opening the door to each child's future. High school's colors are red, black, and white. And their
Alex?
Alex?
Tulsa East?
Incorrect.
Oh,
no. Not far enough.
Not far
Oh.
enough.
Or too
1.9
far.
miles.
Too
maybe.
far, yeah.
Oh, dang. It was 19, wasn't it?
High school's
wanna
colors
throw
are
the
red,
answer
black,
out.
and white, and their nickname is the Pirates.
Drew.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
What is that?
Pewaukee.
That
Yeah,
would be
Pewaukee.
Mm.
Isn't Pewaukee in Waukesha? It's,
Waukesha County, but it's its own
Are they
city.
red?
Yeah.
yeah, they are.
Red and black. Yep.
Mostly
My buddy's
black,
kid
though.
goes there.
Pewaukee's Pirates.
It's a good school.
Milwaukee
JJ Watt
Pirates.
and company.
I
And,
got family in
TJ Watt.
Pewaukee.
I threw Mike
Tony
Cady
Goff's
in.
in Pewaukee.
I threw Mike Cady, the school's superintendent. He was my superintendent back in Franklin. the other day.
I
No,
don't-
he was my
why
principal.
would I know the superintendent of Pewaukee High School? What
You
kind
never
of
know.
what
You
kind of
never know.
clue is this?
Exactly.
It said Wauwatosa.
It could have been like Thunder Bay Grill sits in the middle of this tiny little city.
and the machine shed.
Yeah,
There you go.
the Smiling
They have a
Barn.
Great Lake.
It is. Pewaukee. But that would have given it away if I said the name of the lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's.
But you're
well,
not
right,
helping
you
us
didn't
at
have
all,
to.
superintendent.
No.
He threw that in for his own edification.
Oh, it's okay.
Come on,
It's
Luddy.
okay.
Plow ahead. What do we got?
Pewaukee was referenced on the season 5 premiere of House MD. House was a show on Fox from 2004 until 2012. This show also began in 2004. Episodes typically featured a primary storyline augmented by a flashback or flash forward sequences, which provided additional insight into the involved characters.
Adam, How I Met Your Mother.
Incorrect.
Mm.
Ironically, in the pilot episode first scene, the pilot of the flight survives the crash but is attacked by
Hunter.
the
Alex.
hunter.
Lost.
Yep.
Oh, I should have just listened to the rest of
Oh, see, yeah, you got that.
Hunter.
it. I was just
I've never seen Lost.
Neither of us.
Hey, don't waste your time. Lost has been regularly
know it's a
ranked by
plane.
critics as one of the greatest television series of all time. Maybe not.
right when you say don't waste your time.
This man was ranked number 2 on Bleacher Report's greatest athletes of all time in 2018. He played professional sports until 41, with the end of his sports career coinciding with the start of the Great Depression. From 1920 until 1921, he was the first president of the American Professional Football Association, which became the NFL in 1922. He was the first Native American to win a gold medal for the United States in the Olympics.
Drew?
Oh.
Drew?
Jesse Owens?
Incorrect.
Oh, wait.
Wait. Native American?
Is Jesse Owens Native
Jesse.
American?
Oh, no.
5.
I wasn't listening.
4.
I was trying to multitask.
We all get a point if none of us
2.
answer.
No. 1.
Hunter.
Hunter.
Bart Starr.
Wow, no. Jim
no.
Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe.
You have
Jim
a whole
Thorpe.
arsenal
I would-
back there, Hunter. Why aren't you just looking up the answers?
No. I may have 4 computers in front of me, but
Yeah.
Only 2 of them work.
None of them
so.
have Google on them.
He's an honest man back there.
I like
Well,
that.
we will move on. The Pro Football Hall of Fame included Thorpe as part of its inaugural class in 1963. In 1963, this person died. British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan recalled him once saying, "If I don't have a lay for 3 days, I get a headache." His father amassed a private fortune and established trust funds for his 9 children, guaranteeing them lifelong financial independence. Critics, especially historians, have dismissed the Camelot myth as distortion of his actions, beliefs, and policies as president of the U.S. His nephew is the current United
Drew.
States. Drew.
JFK.
Yeah.
That would be John Kennedy. Jack Kennedy.
Just crushing it, Drew.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Is this the last one?
Maybe. No. John F. Kennedy's favorite food was New England clam chowder, though he also had a fondness for other simple dishes like fish, lamb chops, steak, and baked chicken. Chicken is on the menu at this American multinational chain. Yeah, it is the final one.
Hunter.
Burger King. Dang it.
Oh, Hunter jumped the route and he was right.
Jeez. They serve chicken at Burger King?
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
classic long chicken sandwich.
Chicken with cheese, man.
Oh, I don't eat at Burger King.
I can tell.
Yeah.
All right, and
What is
after
this?
Keep this body up.
that piece of
Physical
paper,
shape.
Adam, is for you to
Okay.
write down your final
The
answer.
final question is you can take whatever points you have and bet as many as you
All of
want.
them, all
And then
the
you write down your answer. Don't say it out loud, but write it down.
This or something.
No, not really.
Hunter, just bet all yours.
All right, Hunter's in first. You have 8. Drew, you're in second. You have 7. Adam and Alex, you're tied for 4th or 3rd.
Can I put some on loan, like bet 7 and?
No, you only have 1, so you can bet that 1, and I'm
Bet
assuming
in the
you're
one.
going to.
You'll double up.
All right, here we go. Burger King was founded on July 23rd, 1953 as Insta Burger King, a Jacksonville, Florida-based restaurant. This man was born in Jacksonville. He was challenged by physical problems which forced him to wear leg braces and use a wheelchair at times during his childhood. He went on to be a college football player at Florida State University, and after a successful college career was drafted in the 2nd round, 48th overall, of the 1990 NFL Draft by the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, baby.
Born in Jacksonville, he was challenged with physical problems and had to wear leg braces as a child. He went to Florida State University and after a successful career, played for the Green Bay Packers for, I think, 11 seasons after being drafted in 19.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about
All
right.
right, Adam, we will start with you.
I don't even know.
He doesn't know, and
All
he
right.
bet them all, and he lost.
Forrest Gump.
All one.
Forrest
I wasn't sure when you were saying
Actually, your logic
legs,
is not flawed in that.
legs
No.
with braces and then like coming up and became a football star. That's Forrest Gump.
It is.
Well, unfortunately, Forrest went to Alabama.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
He did,
okay,
but-
that leaves
It
you
was
with
a
0.
four.
Alex,
Thank you.
also had 1.
You know
What
what's
did you bet?
funny?
Did you have Forrest
I
Gump
put Forrest
too?
Gump.
She did.
Wow.
Even though I knew it was wrong, I just had to do it. Shout out to my favorite movie. I bet my 1. Shout out to my favorite
All right,
movie.
Adam and
that's a
Alex,
good or
if
bad
Hunter and
thing
Drew,
that we both said.
you have a chance to tie for first if
Drew
everyone
doesn't
gets
look
0.
amused.
Drew, you have 7.
I bet them all,
Yeah.
and that's a great story. It's Leroy Butler, our
Yeah,
pal.
I know.
Leroy
I
Butler.
was gonna say Leroy, but his
Leroy.
legs seem fine.
Yeah, but when he was a kid, yeah,
He
was
had the
teased.
braces like Forrest Gump.
He did indeed. That's-
Montero,
yes.
did you
That's
know about
awesome.
our friend Leroy?
Yes.
Okay.
And I bet 7.
And that leaves you with 15. Congratulations, Hunter. You are the winner today.
Hunter is a
Figure it out.
Oh, baby.
That's an upset, folks.
I
Checks in the
won.
mail.
And with
Don't expect it.
your prize today is that you get to do a brewer show with Tim Allen at 5 o'clock,
Oh,
wrapping up the season and
yeah.
the press conference. And
Yes.
that's nicely
Thank you.
done,
Oh,
Hunter.
that's so sweet of you guys.
Bloody great job, Alex. Thank you for
Had
brightening our day as
Oh, you're
always.
welcome.
Fantastic. And Adam is good for cooking lessons, but it's like pasta based.
Not
but he'll
trivia.
teach you. Yeah, not trivia. It's all good. All right, we're going to take a quick break. If you have food questions for Adam, get them in right now.
Yeah, let's go.
877-794-1973. How often do you have like a world famous chef on retainer that you can ask him your cooking questions?
You should have meal prep.
Only
for
with
me.
Just ready to go,
only with Drew
people.
and KB. Law.com talking text line 877-794-1973. Another segment to Live the High Life with Adam Pawlak, a man who lives the high life. Celebrity chef, star of stage, screen, and several cooking shows, including Hell's Kitchen season 19.
That's right.
Beat Bobby Flay, Cutthroat Kitchen, and several other endeavors, some that haven't been released yet. Just
That's
saying.
right. Yep.
You got it.
You always got stuff going on. But we take cooking questions for Adam, and he's brought to us by Miller High Life, the champagne of beer since 1903. And we're getting a couple, and you got time to get them in right now. This is one.
Good.
This is one that combines a lot of things here from Smitty in Milwaukee. I bought tickets with my wife, or for my wife, for the Cooking for Kids event, the dinner, the chef dinner that's coming up.
Perfect.
Is it a casual attire event, or is it more of a dress shirt kind of thing? She can't wait.
Okay. What's his name?
That is Smitty.
Smitty. Wear whatever you feel is comfortable, but there's some people that go all out. There's some people that just wear normal clothes.
It's a little bit like a corporate, like a
you've been
business
there.
casual.
I say, like, if you're leaving work and going to a happy hour at Mason Street Grill or something. I don't know, at the bar.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's chill.
It's like you don't need
just don't wear like swim trunks and a Hawaiian
It's
t-shirt.
not black tie, but don't wear
No.
a football jersey because you look out of place.
Yeah, and
So
there's
give
no
it a little
Packers that
effort.
day either. So yeah.
Put on if you have a sport coat or a nice sweater,
No camo.
you're good. Yeah.
No
yeah,
camo.
no camo. Well, and that's one of the things.
Oh God.
That's one of the things I was going to ask you is about the trend in restaurants. Will it circle back? Because let's face it, if you've traveled at all, you're going to be on a plane tomorrow going to New York.
Yes.
Airplanes, when you look at videos from the 50s and 60s, people wore suits and dresses, and now they're in their pajamas. It's like,
Oh man.
it's like it's basically turned into a Greyhound in the sky.
You know what it is.
And dining is the same way. There are still some places where people get dressed up to go to a nice dinner, but
Sure.
most places now we're way past casual.
Yeah, I find myself dressing up for dinners in other cities, and when I'm in Milwaukee, I just wear my normal clothes. So sorry to any restaurants out there that I roll in with a flat brim and everyone else is dressed up, but it's
There you
just
go.
like,
That's your
it is because I'm usually doing something after that I don't want to be dressed up for.
Exactly. It's
You know?
part of your thing. All right. So here's a question for you regarding restaurant trends. There are two trends I've been noticing, I've been reading about, and you tell me whether people in the industry are leaning into them or not. First of all,
Sure.
the mocktail, the non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
Alcohol sales are down. People,
It's
Hunter's
huge, yeah.
generation, a lot of people in their early 20s just don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
They'll do other things.
Sure.
Happy Place Hemp. They'll do other things, but they won't drink as much. So mocktails and mocktail bars and non-alcoholic, almost juice bars,
Yeah.
seem to be on the rise.
The mocktail bars are a little tough to me to get wrapped around. You know, you're spending $15, and don't get me wrong, they're probably delicious, but like for me, so I have a lot of beverages when I'm out or when I'm like at dinner or something. I can put down 4 Diet Cokes.
Mhm.
I'm not spending $18 for pineapple juice and
No,
grenadine
I wouldn't
with
think
a
so.
rosemary sprig in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I'm happy
But-
for those people. Like, I don't drink a lot of alcohol when I'm out having fun, or if I'm at dinner, maybe some wine or something. But like, I don't know.
I know that
Maybe once
when
in a
you
while.
look at wine lists and beer lists and like you see what kind of bourbons they have and stuff now, the non-alcoholic mocktail section is growing. Like
It
they
has
all
its
have
own
their
world.
own-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's getting its own page.
Sure.
The other trend in the restaurant business, you tell me if this is a thing or not, is like more and more places going to small plates, like the tapas type setup.
Oh, that's done. That
yeah, that's
died.
done?
Yeah, that one.
Really? Because
That's done.
I've seen people doing that because, like, you know how it is. People can't decide now, and they can't like if you.
I know. I've never been a fan of that. If I was in Spain and they were doing it where they're like small plate tapas in Milwaukee is like 4 people bring out 5 plates and they split it, and then they're like, "Whoa, we didn't barely get anything." If you go to like Spain, they're bringing out like 16 to 20 plates of food for everyone to try different things. You know, that's the real way to
Yeah.
enjoy it. You know, I feel like I do tapas with a normal menu. It's really bad. I order half the menu when I go out and I just force it on
That's what Rick Majerus used to do too. Oh
you
my
know,
goodness.
if anyone has gone out to eat with me, they know that I'm usually ordering, and it's usually a disgusting amount of food.
Yeah, well, Nothing
So
wrong
make
with
your
that.
own tapas menu.
All right. Our pal, the Bulletproof Drummer, says, how can I get my shredded potato pancakes to hold together to beat mom's latkes tomorrow?
Okay. Having a potato pancake competition with your mom.
Wow.
What I like to do is you kind of make like not a paste, but like you have the shredded potatoes, you have a little bit of flour, a little bit of egg, and depending on it, you can add like shredded cheddar cheese in there is really good, scallions, pieces of bacon, but a little flour, a little egg, and get that all mixed and incorporated. And the important thing with the potato pancake is you're searing it on a really hot surface, flipping it over and getting it brown. And what I like to do is like transfer it off of whatever you're cooking in on like a sheet tray or a cookie tray and finish it in the oven. Because most of the time you're cooking in that pan of the oil or the fat and it's just burning before the inside's even cooking. Just finish them in the oven.
Okay. That leads me to another question, because a lot of things are better when finished in the oven, but I'm not confident with the broiler. What are the secrets to broiling stuff to get like cheese to melt or bubblies on the top of something of a casserole? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I do it. I use the broiler the most when I'm like heating up old pizza. But when it comes down to the broiler, it's very specific things, you know, like maybe like lasagna or something, or casseroles, like you said. Or
all right.
like,
So is the broiler, does it use in restaurants, or do they use those cool chef's torches to do that on this like
they do
individual
that, but
plate?
They actually call it like a salamander, and it's a broiler that's running at like 1800 BTUs. So their broiler's a lot different than like the little coil in your oven that's turning bright red. And if you do use it, just keep your door cracked open on your oven a little bit. I will tell people that. It works, but you know, it's kind of uneven. I don't know. Get yourself a blowtorch and go at it.
Broiler, like, because it can be versatile and use, but I'm just not confident. I'm always afraid I'm going to overdo
spinach
something.
artichoke dip. You like put it in there, put the cheese on, and then put it under the broiler.
Yeah, but
you got to bake it the whole thing anyway. So,
but then the key with the broiler is just have the light on and watch it, right? Because
that's why I said keep the door cracked. You know, just so it doesn't get too hot.
Too hot.
Yeah.
All right. This comes from Mike from Merrill. He said, Adam, being in Wisconsin and Friday fish fry tradition, do you partake? If so, what is your fish preference for Friday fish fry?
I do. It's kind of weird. I do a lot of that stuff, even if it's not Friday. I like to go to St. Paul Fish Market and I'll get like a walleye sandwich or grouper sandwich, or I'll have some pieces of perch or whatever.
So good.
I mean, it's not like I go all over the board. If it's perch, it's breaded. If it's cod, it's beer battered. You know, it's just. It's a personal preference, but I do like it. I don't eat fish fry like even once a month. I mean, maybe a couple times a year. I treat it like Thanksgiving.
What's the secret that makes Indian food delicious? Is it like an ingredient or a combination of spices, saffron type stuff?
You know, they have that, but just like their technique of doing things is just they do it and they don't veer off. You know, people might be like, you're stupid for saying it, but I don't know about a lot of Indian American dishes. You know, it's not like they don't have a version of their chicken parm, maybe buttered chicken, but like
butter chicken is,
you know,
like,
I'm saying
so good.
I just had Cafe India in Bayview and they do such a good job. And I love that kind of food. Just the spices.
I do too.
The comfort of it.
Yeah. And it's like this time of year makes you think of it.
Oh,
I mean, it's not that those people go hungry in the summer, but but this time of year, like the butter chicken
and how they prep
vindaloo
things,
and stuff.
A lot of marinades, a lot of curries, a lot of sauces, and then just hit you with like perfect naan bread. Oh man,
we can't. Yeah, perfect naan bread especially.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't go wrong. It is soup season. What is the first soup Adam will make when the leaves start to fall? What's the first one that you'll make?
First one, I might rip like a potato leek or a broccoli cheddar.
Ooh, broccoli cheddar.
Both easy. And I got a pro tip for making soup for people out there.
Let's hear it.
I might have already told you guys this, but for people that are listening, throw instant potato flakes in there. That'll thicken up your soup.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing you can have in the pantry and just like leave it there, right? Because
like the Idaho potato instant flakes, you know, because when they hit liquid, they thicken. So it's kind of like thickening your soup. And speaking of soup and dinners and galas, I got one thing I got to do a shout out for.
Yes.
If you don't mind, November 8th, This Time Tomorrow Foundation is doing their annual gala. I think it's year 19, 20, 21. They roll. Tony Goff, Corey Zimmerman do a great job. It's at the Pfister. I think there's still tickets and tables available. I will be there. I'll be auctioning off some stuff.
That's so
at
cool.
the Pfister Hotel. But they're going to have some great entertainment. They always do. Great dinner, Pfister. live auction
this time tomorrow,
silent
and then they
auction.
go around with the proceeds and miracle people who are battling cancer.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff
I've done it
give them
before.
awards.
The
It's
rack.
cool.
You walk into someone's house, give them $5,000. No one's getting paid at the foundation. It's all the money coming in is all the money going out, and it's a good time. So just this time tomorrow, foundation.com, and go get your tickets or donate or whatever. I think they're doing.
It is absolutely a
it's
great night.
great.
The music's always incredible. It's cool people. It's a great vibe. And Tony and Corey, you don't find two better guys than that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hang out with. So kudos
Agreed.
to them. Adam, thank you for the long run today. We appreciate it
I
as
love it.
always. Good having you in on Friday.
I know it's
Always
now we
good
can go drink High Lifes.
To
Thanks,
live the high life with Adam Pawlak, chef to the stars. Egg and Flour and Baby. If you're making it to Madison, make sure and make a stop at Egg and Flour and give some support. We'll be right back to close up the Drew and KB program, getting ready for the baseball show with Hunter Baumgart and Tim Allen. That's going to follow us on the airwaves. Don't go anywhere. It's Drew and KB. say, from the clear alcohols to the browns, they've got you covered. The ready to pour line. If you're tailgating, Central Standard, thecentralstandard.com. Learn it, know it, live it, look for it. Time for a last call. We pour our drinks into a solo cup and hit the streets. Had a great chat today with Aaron Nagler, Cheesehead TV, talking about the Packers, Steelers. I, for one, Hunter, I know you're an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I'm very excited for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the players can say what they want. It's 1 of 17, but it's special.
It is. It is.
The chance
even
to
if
see
it's
him,
in Pittsburgh, it's still special.
Yep. The chance to see Rodgers again and watch a whole game and see him head-to-head against Jordan Love is going to be special. Badgers, Oregon, keep it close, cover the spread, make it a game until into the second half. Like, take victories where you can get them, right? Score a touchdown. That would be worth celebrating. Yes, that would be good as well. Tonight, World Series, but before that, special baseball show wrapping up the Brewers season with Hunter Baumgart and Tim Allen. That's going to follow us right here, right now. Hunter, do you have a feel? I'm rooting for the Blue Jays.
Me too.
Let's go, Canada.
I think Dodgers in 5, but go Blue Jays.
Oh, Dodgers in 5, Lordy.
Yeah.
Don't discount Vladdy Jr., man. He
You're
is
right.
an absolute beast.
That
He can flip
offense
a
is pretty
game
good.
just like
Maybe Dodgers in 6.
Yeah, he can flip a game just like Ohtani.
True.
All right, Monday on the program, game balls and kicks to the balls. Maybe an update on Wink McAllister.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be talking a lot about what happens between the Packers and the Steelers. Have a great weekend, everybody. As KB would say, make whatever choices you want, preferably good.
97.3 The Game. This is what's trending in Milwaukee now.
The Wisconsin men's basketball season